Well, hello there, humans, bees, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough to be doing it too. Today, we're doing it together. We're doing it Twister Cup style. That's right. This is the Asia Twister Cup Finals. I'm very, very happy to be here with you, doing the Twister Cup thing. Everyone knows it's a great bit of giggle. And today we're going to see some very, very, very fine tanking indeed. Now, I'm going to run you through the upcoming matches we have. First match we have is XR. Now, you might remember XR from the Tokyo Game Show. They won the Tokyo Game Show. That's Flash, Masayasu, Charlotte, Kiri Hit, Shiloh Lon, Yuzatya, and Angelic Howe. And up against them is TN_MN. Now, they had a very, very good outing. We only saw the one match with them on the last stream. That was against the boys from China Red Dragon on Middleburg, and they had a fantastic strat on Middleburg, which worked a treat. And we're going to get to see that live, large and loud right now. Now, as always, this is going to be a hell of a game, hell of a fight, and I'd very much like it if you're all nice to each other. I don't want to have to be monitoring everything. I'm going to take away the placeholder now. We're a minute 48 away from our first effort, and it won't be long. Going to be interesting. It's going to be on Castilla. Best of 5. This is proper tanking now. We're out of that round robin stuff. We are just going to see mano a mano, bashing and biffing and boffing. We do have a whole hell of a lot going on tonight. We've got a lot of games for you. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. There is going to be heaps of action. We've got to finalise this, get down to 2 teams, and those 2 teams will duke it out tomorrow night in a best of 7 series for the right to go to the Twister Cup in Minsk. Now, I'm still speaking a little bit slowly and enunciating my words because I've got half a tongue. I've bitten halfway through the bloody thing, and yeah, it kind of hurts to talk. The Justice Water. That'll keep me going. But good to see you all there. Great to see everyone in the house tonight, ready to do business. We're 44 seconds away from our first game. I'll try and keep it just a little bit, a little bit smooth. I won't be yelling and screaming too much, he says, before yelling and screaming an awful lot because he's Bushka and he just can't bloody well help himself. And that's my problem. That's all there is to it. That's my problem. That's life. I can't deny it. 17 seconds, 15 seconds. Here we go. We are Castilla, and we have 3 IS-7s, 4 IS-7s, and an IS-4 on the left for the boys from TNMN. And we have quite a diverse team on the right. Equal opportunity employer there on the right. Going to be very, very interesting to see who does what and what kind of setup they have. Let's see this. Righto, righto, righto. We're off. God Dog Violence. Great name. Great name. Let's have a look around. We're going straight up here. Now, over there we can see Charlotte leading off in the 140 from XR. Let's get that mini-map up. It's not going to let me put the mini-map up. That's great. There it is. Got the mini-map. That's as large as it'll go. Charlotte pushing down in the 140 right underneath the tall tower there at A. Already spotted the M48. Lots spotted here. So the guys from XR are pushing down. Now, we didn't see them. This is obviously a pre-planned strat because you've got 2 grills sitting here in the corner and they've got views straight across, but they don't have anyone pushing or bothering C at all. Now, you can see the C cap is over there and we've got Mini Dora and what's going on there? Oh, got to mute that. Let's just stop that up for a second. That is the iPad. It's on a 4-minute delay. Happy days. So they're going to cap C, but at the moment, looks like Kiri Hit's going to get the A cap. No one is going to come down there with 2 grills there. Now, this is a spot that I do like a whole hell of a lot. Blood and Wine's in this one. Now, he had a very, very good game against China Red Dragon, Blood and Wine. But it's going to be interesting today. We don't have any mouses at all. No mouses. The first game I think I can remember us not having a mouse in the house. Everyone spread very, very, very evenly. XR have got the wood up here because the boys out here on the far flank in the IS-7s and the IS-4, they didn't cap that C-cap at all. Now, this is really odd. Why is this C-cap not capped? 7H is going to push down here. XR, if they're very clever here, will be able to get an Object 140. Charlotte could even screw around the top and stop that C-cap from going down. This is great. Oh, this is heaps of pressure. Kiri hit. A little bit isolated there. I don't love it, but anyone that's spotted has two grills, Masiyasu and Yuzu, looking straight down that gun barrel, and you can see the view they've got there. Anyone that pops around that corner and tries to interfere with Kiri is going to get absolutely bashed. And they're building cap pressure here tremendously. If you remember Middleburg, the guys from TNMN actually built fantastic amounts of pressure against China Dragon by doing exactly this. They really did. They went very, very well doing this. And yet, they're having it done to them in turn by the guys from XR. Are they going to make a move here? This is very, very slow. 3 minutes in, and we've hardly lost the skin off the apple here. Everyone's just waiting. And the guys from XR are completely happy to wait. Every second that ticks by is another second that they pick up a cap point. Now you can see the IS-7 here, he's isolated. There's a lot of guns can get to him pretty quickly. They're pushing through. They're getting two more IS-7s in position. God Dog Violence is... God Dog Violence Chariot. How'd he fit that one through? Kiri Hit's going to get spotted in a sec. Watch on the left-hand side of your screen. If Kiri Hit gets spotted there, could cop a little bit. Meth Mirren spotted. Flash. I really like this strat from the boys from XR, but Flash is in strife. Flash is hit point deficient. Needs to hide. Needs to get right out of there. If he gets caught, and there are people in the pattern, here they come. They're finally going to get a cap up on the board. They haven't gone to C. They have not capped C. Angelic Howl stopped that. The Leopard 1 is 7H. Flash is getting slowly flanked. The M4801's going to have to watch out. Look at Monmon. I actually played with Monmon today on the Asia server. He was running around. Watch out for those grills. Watch out, Monmon. That would not be nice. So, big difference here in the cap points. If they're going to take this at 2 minutes 40, they're going to have to do it with kills. There is no way they're going to do this on cap points now. They are 350 down on caps. And here comes Methmarin. They're holding, and they're holding solid. Charlotte and Flash are both low. Charlotte's in strife. The Leopard. Oh, no. Masayasu's moved right off. I missed that. The Leopard's gone. Big move, and Masayasu copped a flogging for it as well. A double tap. Masayasu's in strife. Flash 447 is in strife. Charlotte's in strife. Oh, Mats is going to go. Mats is going to go here. They only need to take out a couple of tanks, though, and they'll win this on cap points. So can they do it? One cap each. The guys from TNMN have waited and waited and waited. This is still anyone's game. Don't make a mistake. If Flash goes down, they're pushing up the top on the T110E5 of Newt. Blood and Wine's going to move around here. He's still low. He's copping hits. They need to clear Newt. They cannot get access. Angelic Howl's going down. It's all happening now. We've waited 5 minutes for it to happen. Newt's going to go down, and we're turning straight round here. Angelic Howl taking another one out. They're at 852. They're going to get this. The pressure is building. The pressure is really building here. Angelic Howl's going to go down. No, he's hiding behind. Look at this. Oh, this is 3-on-3. They're still up on cap points. They've isolated one. Here comes Charlotte screaming around. It's actually 3-on-4. It's just Charlotte so low on hit points I can't see anything. Mini Dora just needs to take out Flash or Charlotte, and this will change the course of the match. Can't get there. He's going to lose. Going to hit it. Wow, this is amazing. They've got no caps left, though. 47 seconds left. It doesn't matter. They've just got to stay alive, and they will take this one out on points. I believe they will take this on points. If they do not clear, whoever has the most points left at the end of it should win it. We're going to find out in about 30 seconds because I do not think we're going to clear this. We're going to have to go to the judge's decision. They're trying to grab C just to get that last little bit across the line. Flash 447 and Charlotte. Charlotte goes down. It's going to be a massive swing. Remember, you get points for taking out tanks and you lose points for losing a tank on your team. 10 seconds left. They can't possibly win it. Charlotte is unspotted. Needs to just hide there. Kiri hit, making sure the IS-4 can't come forward. They are going to take this one up on the cap and move away with it. Wow. Absolutely mad at the end there. Huge game. Charlotte lived through that with 8 hit points. Yep. There you go. 1-0 to XR. They won that on the cap on the victory conditions. Let's just have a quick squeeze here. We've got 1:35 to go. I'm going to just take you there for 1 second. Now, if we have a quick look here at the replay feature, you're going to see that straight away, this is right at the beginning of the game. We've only got a minute, so I don't have time really to get stuck in. But right at the beginning of the game, and this is where the game was won. Right there on the minimap. Kiri hit down the bottom here. Took the cap. Built up a huge lead. This C cap never got touched. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if that Leopard 1 was getting spotted the whole time, but they never got to the C cap, and they never got to the C cap, and too much pressure, had to move forward, lost it due to cap points. That's a really, really good strat by XR, and probably a drop of the ball not to push hard and get that C cap by the guys from TNMN. That was, wow, what a game. Really, really different. What did you guys think of that one? Humans. How'd you go with that? Whew. We're about to kick off again. Here we go. This is the return of serve. Now, what just happened? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wicked. Well done, Bushka. You complete an utter numpty. Well, we're going to get a lot more time to go over that last match in detail on the replay feature because Bushka's a complete idiot and has robbed you of the entertainment value of the second match because he hadn't clicked ready in the tournament thing and there is no warning. It just drops you straight from the room. So let's talk about the second match. We'll go to the replay feature. At least if we are sitting here, we will have something to do with our lives, which is a little bit disappointing because I kind of suck. Now, if we look at this, this is where the rubber really met the road. Angelic Howl is nearly dead. Absolutely nearly out of it. You can see there are 4 tanks on 3 tanks, but their hit point pool right now is actually in favor of the guys from TNMN. They are up by 800 hit points. The only problem is that they are behind by 500 hit points on the cap counter, and there is only 1:20 left. So the cap has become irrelevant. To win the game, they have to physically clear everyone in the XR team. And they just can't get it done. Very, very unfortunate for them. They can't get that done. So what they're going to do instead is try and kill everyone. And we're going to roll that one right on from here. And you can see there's 2 really low hit point tanks. They managed to get Angelic Howe, long-time player on the Asia server, one of the most recognised names for me from way back in the day. And here comes Charlotte. Charlotte is not spotted, and that is the key here, because if Charlotte was spotted, Mini Dora would have turned around and had a crack. As it is, Mini Dora is pushing hard down to Flash 447, trying to get a shot in, trying to do the business. And if we take a look at that right there, you'll see lovely stuff. Absolutely lovely, this new markup feature. 8 hit points. 8 hit points. Whoever hit Charlotte and rolled Charlotte to 8 hit points is probably biting through their iPad right now. Flash is on 456, which is a better than average alpha roll for the IS4 of Dog Violence Chariot, who you can see over here. So straight away, that's not going to make the difference. God Dog Violence has taken the time to cap A. Now, all things considered, capping A and B probably was never going to be enough. And Charlotte does exactly the right thing and moves straight down here and caps C to make sure that they actually don't lose the game. That they absolutely 100% will not lose the game on cap. Because if you lose a couple of tanks, that's like 100 points one way and 100 points off the other side. So it's a 200-point swing, and that could have put them in jeopardy. So Charlotte and Flash both pump into C. Make sure that whatever happens, they're going to keep the clock ticking, keep accruing points just in case. The guy with all the hit points, Kiri Hit, is going to go straight up over the rise into the Snake Eyes position, which I like to call the Snake Eyes position because my good mate Snake Eyes is constantly in there. And make sure that God Dog Violence cannot push down and put a shot into either Flash or Charlotte. And that, as I say in the classics, is the ball game. I'm going to pause that there. Actually, I'm just going to let that roll. And we're going to go back to the action now. I'm such a clown. I'm so sorry. I am so very sorry. I'm going to apologise in text now. Yeah, so XR have won the second match and are up 2-0 in best of 5. I cannot but apologise for me being a complete and utter clown. It won't happen again. I'd like to promise. But really, that would be silly. Because you all know me. Yeah, not much of a professional, if the truth be told. So, hope you're all enjoying this thus far. I thought that was a really good game. That mistake, not capping C, what did you guys think about that? The not capping of C in that first game. It seems like that was a huge issue. I felt like they could have capped C. Yeah, Skull of Destiny. I'm reading back through your YouTube chat now, guys. And it feels like not capping C was pretty crazy. Here we go, 26 seconds left. And we're getting it on like Donkey Kong. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now, this is Canyon. We've seen a lot of maps on Canyon. The C cap on Canyon has become more or less the absolute must-have cap. This is 5 IS7s. If I had to put my money on anything, it would be on a hard and angry charge at either the C or the A cap by all the IS7s. That is a lot of IS7s. Here we go. Let's drive this show. We're on the back of Mini Dora. Let's follow Mini Dora into the action. Now, look at that. Let's see if we can't get some cinematic stuff going on here. Very exciting. We're going to take a look at the fellas from TNMN as they come down towards the C cap. As predicted, we've got a lot of humans coming up towards this C cap. And over here we have XR, and they are going B cap. And they're doing something which I think Purple in the NA finals tried to do, which is pump that B cap and hold it, but couldn't successfully do it. Kiri hitting that IS-7. I wonder if they shield. No, they're just giving it up. They've seen it. They've isolated Monmon. Monmon's gone. Huge strike from XR. XR are looking polished, guys. They are looking absolutely ruthless. They've read that like an open book. They've capped A. They're behind. Oh, they're going to get it in time. Yeah, they're going to be up by about 15, 20 points. They don't need B cap. They're up by 20. They have plenty of hit points in hand. Now, the T110E4 of 7H all the way down here. Let's have a look at it from his perspective. Charlotte XR has pushed up on him. He's just holding there. He's relying on Minidora. You can see Minidora all the way over here holding that corner. So he's okay there. He knows that he can't be hit from that left. He is literally just zoomed in on Charlotte, waiting for Charlotte to come around that corner and push too far. Now, Charlotte, at the same time, trying to drag a shot out. There are two unspotted IS-7s just there of Haradoki and Dragonoa, and they are going to try and come across here. Oh, look, big moves, all spotted there from XR, so they've got to know that Charlotte's isolated. Charlotte's in trouble. Charlotte's in huge, big, wobbly, angry, red-faced trouble, and Charlotte is gone, so it's one tank down each. Far too aggressive there, the Charlestar. Shiloh Lon pushing back over the top. We've got 5 tanks from TNMN over there. We're only missing one who is up there. That is God Dog Violence Chariot. Now, he's taking a flogging. They have targeted him for all the way over there. Angelic Howl. That is no joke. Minidora down as well. Here comes the push. Here comes the angry stuff. Oh, they got flashed. This is mano in mano. Uppercut, punch, sonic boom. One back, 2 in. Who have they isolated? They're on Kiri hit. The T110E4 is starting to sing. 7 is killing it up the back, but he's not doing enough to guarantee this. This is going to be close. There's Kiri hit. Oh, he's been hit by Angelic Howl and blocked. He's got to get back. Oh, no. Angelic Howl and Kiri hit. That was brutal. Very, very tough. That's a gun out of the game. And it's now 4 on 3, and they're isolated, surrounded with a big 150mm there from the T110E4. They're into Dragon. They're into Dragnoa. The Leopard of God Dog Violence is singing, and he is in. Oh, they strike back. This could go either way, but it looks... No. This is going to go to the boys from TNMN. Angelic Howl is the last one left. But there are 2. He needs like a famous ammo rack and then maybe a link dead. That's about the only thing that's going to stop him here. He's a 2-shot. He's a 2-shot. 7's looking for a big... Wow. He's got a hash round in the back. He'd want to be careful. No, they've got it. They finish him off. 7 with a massive game. I'll be very, very interested to see the final numbers here. Let's have a look. Decline the platoon. Yes! Can you get a mastery? In a finals game? Wow. I called it. I knew he was in the key spot there. I thought he was going to do well. But 5,672 damage. 1,317 XP. Not a lot of it spotted. 12 shots. 12 hits. 11 penetrations with a 150mm, and that, boys and girls, is how you drag your team back from the brink of elimination. That was a must-win game. Thank you very much for the donation, Ergot. Wow. What an incredible game. That was a crackerjack. It looked like XR were all over it. They had a cap point win. Charlotte went a little bit early, but that was a ballsy spot to put that T110E4 in. I mean, it was obviously part of a plan. There was 2 IS-7s on the inside covering. Mini Dora was just under the cap there at B, covering. The guys from XR probably didn't need to have Charlotte pushing that far around, but he managed to isolate, and then it was just hammer and tong. Great spirit. So 2-1 down. XR, if they win this, will kick and go up 3-1, and that is a winner of a best of 5. TNMN, who have played really well, they have to get this one across the line. This is them. Let's see how they go. XR looking super polished after that Tokyo game show, but for all that, didn't seem to make a lot of difference for the guys from TNME. They absolutely didn't mind. Here we go. We're on the back of Blood and Wine, AMX 50B veteran. And let's see if we can't get some of those cinematography matics that we love so much. Oh, God, dog violence. And we're going to basically pan the camera across here. Love it. Look at them all pushing up. Very, very different to last time out. They put under the cap at B. Seems like that could be the way forward here. They're all going A, but there's, well, it's the clock face. It's the clock face all over, isn't it? Everyone going opposite ends of the map. Charlotte capping out C. Charlotte's had a really, really interesting time of it so far, these matches. I'd love to know how they went in 2. Charlotte was probably fantastic. No one able to cap B. Mon went out first last time. Obviously gets the tough brief. Mon just holding under the cap circle here. There's Newt from XR. Now, XR, wow, huge move. They have just shifted. They're not spotted either. Look at that. Mini Dora and Mon are spotted. They've managed to bring 5 tanks back around here, unspotted. XR are holding. Flash is right at the top of the hill there. Getting shots across into Mon. I think that was Flash. Or it might have been the Leopard. Here comes a push. Don't go anywhere, folks, because this is about to get very, very wet up the top here, mate. There's a bit of blood and dust coming. We are going to get the mountain meeting the immovable object, and one of them's going to break. They're coming like a wave. Angelic Howler's there in the mouse. The T110E3 of Masayasu. He is the captain and spiritual leader, but he is but one tank, and there are 5 arrayed against him. Are they going to isolate? Are they going to be able to do it? They've got Mon over here. Kiri hits pushed down underneath and has taken one for his troubles. The Leopard 1 of 7H has pushed back around. Big bounce there for Kiri. Very big bounce. Mon is in strife again. He always gets the tough loads. Mon loves it. Look at this. Just peeking across. You can see if you're looking at the mini-map. Masayasu is still holding pretty firm up there. Kiri hit. They've gone for Mini Dora around there at A. Charlotte's going to clear him. Mini Dora is looking for a shot across. Oh, Mini Dora has gone link dead. Mini Dora's lagged out. Oh, that is brutal. What an absolute... 7 is trying to take the hits instead. Oh, this is so rough. Mini Dora's gone. Masayasu's still doing well up there. Oh, this looks like the end of the rubber for TNME. XR are just holding the hand above the head. He's got the dusty red coat and the red right hand of justice on. Only 655 cap points going up for the boys in blue, but it's not going to be anywhere near enough. They are down by 5,504 5 tanks, and that's it for TNMN. Really, really good effort. They moved those tanks around there, but they vacillated. They didn't prevaricated. They vacillated. They didn't do it. They should have pushed right on up into Masayasu and at least tried to isolate. They let XR dictate the terms, and unfortunately, what was a very impressive flank move back towards the C turned out to be the swan song. Let's have a look at that one. But what a game that last one was. And you know what? I loved it so much, I want to go back and have a look at it right now. So let's go and have a squeeze at that. Twister replay feature. I've got it all lined up right here, boys and girls. This is the hero of our story right here. Now, they might have been vanquished TNMN, but this is a hell of a game from the big T110E4 right here. Oh, that's just gorgeous, isn't it? Great drawing, Bushka. And then if we have a look over here, you can see Charlotte. Now, Charlotte, they were ahead at this point on cap. You can see 405 placed 390, and it was probably unlikely that Charlotte was going to be doing anything on that flank apart from spotting. I don't think Charlotte expected to see 7 there, and certainly didn't expect to see not just 7, but this was a great move. If we move on from here, you're going to see there are 2 IS7s there underneath on the left. They come right down. Mini Dora is there in the middle under the B cap, and Charlotte is about to get absolutely belted here. Let's have a quick look at this. You can see 7 is coming in from this way. We've got the 2 IS7s coming in from this way. We've got another IS7 coming in from this side, and Mini Dora holding that flank there with God Dog Violence up the back. And even with that perfect setup and the wipe on Charlotte that proceeded after that, it still came down to a very, very close match. And this is probably the best match we saw out of TNMN. And it was all leveraged off the absolutely monstrous nearly 6,000 damage that the T110E4 of 7H managed to put out into the ether. And you can see the IS7s flowing there across into Charlotte, even as we speak. Outstanding bit of on-your-feet thinking from the boys from TNMN. Excellent stuff. Whoops. I'm just going to check out the tournament standings now. Here we go. Current. Now let's see if that's loaded up as yet. Now at the moment, we have 3 brackets. We have EHRE 2 and Team ID in the upper bracket. That's the semi-finals upper bracket. We have the quarterfinals upper bracket with EHRE, Team ID 2, X Range, and TNMN. And I'm just looking at this bracket, guys. Bear with me for one moment. So, how are we all going now? I cannot make head nor tail of the online tournaments. I don't know how you guys are going, but I legitimately cannot make head nor tail of the online bracket. We'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what it is doing. No, Mojo, I don't want a platoon. You clown. Tournaments. Righto, I'm going to take you through the tournaments now. Let's have a look at this. This is the online tournament. Now, I'm the expert in this, so don't boats me. I'm the expert. I've got to turn the fan on for a little bit in between the games, just because I'm so hot and heavy. The current tournament that is going on is the Blitz online qualifiers for the Blitz Twister Cup. And in this, we have a whole lot of stuff. We've got teams registered. We've got the chart for the online finals, which is what we are now. Got X range in there. Team ID. EHRE2, EHRE, TNMN. They're the points. It's updated every 5 minutes, so I'm guessing if we wait, that will get updated in just a short moment. Let's go back and wait, shall we? Ba-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Yep. So if anyone does actually know what the hell is going on, let me know. Because while I do feel that I can capably call the games and tell you what's going on and drive the camera about, even with a busted butt tongue. Geez, that didn't sound good. Phrasing, people. I don't know what's going on with that tournament table. Yep. See, XR isn't even mentioned on that one. These are the online finals, and there's no points. So maybe the points will pop in just a second, and then we'll know what's going on. Now, anyone who's been on the Asia server for any length of time would know most of these clans. We've got ID, Team ID. That's Gramixan, AMX30B, Larcenous the Thief in the Night, Remnant Tank, ID Aaron, 10 Sadim, Gayam, Campon, P School, and IDS 08211635, otherwise to be known as Wilbur. And there's a lot of purple in there. Good players, came second in the whole freaking world last time out, and got beaten in the last round. Very close game, but they did get beaten in the last round. Then we have EHR, Mayo Corn, Neo J18, EAR Rumatia, Hakodate Snowburger, great name. Hakodate is actually a hell of a man. He's a fireman. He has 3 jobs. One of them is as a fireman, he's a yoga teacher, and he is also very, very big in the professional origami circuit. Lasukal Racious, goodness gracious, Utachai Poi 7, GG Spammer, Zadku, and I Am Bread Tank. I Am Bread Tank has killed me more times than you have had hot dinners. He is a terrible human and is constantly wrecking me. Now, I'm just going to make sure that the good old... No, I don't want a freaking platoon. That I am not actually... There we go. Online semi-finals. Now let's have a look at EHR2. Folman, Senai, Coquettish Kiss, Nisimono, Musakangu, Kutsushi Ta, Ayamushi Ultimate, Plus Gamma, Beat, Hit, Bit, Heat, and Astolfo PRPR. I would suggest that this is XR because Musakangu... no, it's a different team. There's XR. That is Masayasu I'm actually thinking of there. who's been around forever as well. So is Angelic Howe, and those two together have killed me more times than you've had hot dinners. Just in case you were wondering, I've beaten these blokes a few times, but for the most part of my life, I've been on the end of these spankings. This is basically the guys that have been spanking my butt for the past 3 years. All the purple guys you see, they're the ones that you should be directing your hate at. Let's have a look at the Team ID too. Spartan Sword, you would have seen in a recent video I did for the Yagaroo. I Am Keeper, ANQ, Die Walker, Boeing 747, Yellow Cab, very good player, I think is a Korean player. Dio Dyke, and so that would be the ID second team. And then obviously the boys we just saw then from TNMN. So it's all still going on. No thanks. This is always worth a giggle if we go through. That's just the people that are online. Good Lord. Tournament, still no invite for the second round of the tournament. I'm going to take a quick break while you can admire the Kene Otsu. That's the Otsu. Oh yeah, that's the Otsu. Hot dog. Righto, humans, I'm back and itching to go. What have we got going on here? Well, there's a lot of chat, a lot of giggle, a lot of general talky McTalkison. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time. I've gone and got myself a reheated coffee, which is the best kind of coffee. I only made it fresh this morning. So, should be that. Oh, that's the ticket. Oh. Yeah, I'll accept your friend request. No, I don't want to platoon with you. No, Esky, you clown. Righto, let's open some containers until we get something good. Well, I can't do that. This is my actual account. Oh, I'll purchase a container. Oh, 50,000 credits. Here we go, big container. Come on, big container. Come on. I regret that decision quite a bit. I've got 7,000 gold left. This is my account. What was I thinking? Let's go through the tanks I have on my account. At tier 1, I have a LOL tractor. You might remember him from such movies as, oh my god, this game is so awesome, and I can't believe how good this tank is, and I'm amazing. And then I went from there up to tier 2, where I ran into, I don't really have any tanks there, and I actually got this in a container, the S35. I've not driven it yet. Got the Keno Otsu in the dress blues. What a stupid tank that is. How did that ever get made? For those of you who don't know, I did the review on this tank, and I told the guys at Wargaming, there's something wrong. There is something broken with this tank. And so I did put my, I did put through that I thought there was something wrong with the tank. And there's a decimal place in the wrong point. And for those of you who don't understand why I'm saying that, if we have a look here at the Kenaiotsu's gun, it has a 48.98 rate of fire because the shells in the magazine is 4 and the shell reload time is 0.67. So the magazine reload is 2.90, which means you fire, basically you have a 2,000 damage per minute tier 3 autoloader. Yeah, everyone wants that tank. It's like one of the few tanks on my own account I've got that is actually pretty freaking cool. So here we go. I reckon if they put the Kenaiotsu up as a prize, you'd get more people taking part in the Twister Cup. We're off to the races. We've got 3 minutes, 46 seconds left. And we're going to see the guys from XR go up against the guys from EHR. Now, EHR are a very, very good clan. They've been around in Asia for quite some time. They do the business on a regular basis. I've played against heaps of these guys, particularly Lasukol and Yuta. I played against Yuta Shai today. My team won. Just thought I'd drop that in there. Apropos nothing. Yeah, Bushka, you're awesome. Obviously, that's why they're there doing this and you're talking about them. Mate, oh, write my own press releases too. I also jumped 1.95 m in the high jump this morning. I ran the 100 in 10.5 and then did 15 laps at the local swimming pool in under 8 minutes. So, yeah, I'm pretty good. Now, I'd expect the guys, we're on Middleburg, I'd expect the guys from EHR and XR to be very, very hip to the strat that we saw from TNMN last time on Middleburg. Now, apparently that is a strat that was condoned and developed by the guys from Legion. I can't absolutely 100% confirm that. I saw that on the YouTube comments. And the reason that I say that I can't confirm that is I have not had time to, you know, I can't say that, it's a bit naughty. I've not had time to do anything, really. So I basically haven't had time to go back and watch the Twister Cup finals from EU. I've heard about them, but I've not actually seen them. So I've been all filled in, but not seen them. And you can see Lasso Carl is sporting the fantastic Ken Iotsu there. What a lovely young man he is. Good on you, Lasso. Yeah, Skid, why aren't you in here? Weege is embarrassing himself with the children. Ah, well done. Sorry, I'm reading the YouTube chat as well. For those of you who are watching this and it's not live, I am reading the YouTube chat. I'm trying to keep myself interested. We've got a minute and 10 seconds to go. It's going to be really interesting to see whether we go for hills or holes. The strat that I'm referring to was when the boys from TNMN put a mouse and an IS-7 in the depression in the ground that is the cap circle and stopped the guys from China Dragon from capping the A cap, or the C cap rather. No, it's the A cap. It doesn't matter. It's one of those caps from capping it. And no, it is the A cap because the C cap's up the top of the hill in Middleburg. 30 seconds left and you'll see for yourself. Riveting stuff, this. If you're really bored and you can't get to sleep, just turn on my finals from Minsk. It'll be amazing. I'm expecting big things here. Very, very big things. These two clans, EHR and X-Range, have brilliant players. They have been together for a long time, and they should have some top-shelf strategies. 8 seconds to go. Shiloh Lon. Shiloh Lon is the odd man out, and we're in. And we're ready to drive.
We're done for. Get out. Vehicle destroyed.
Now, this area over here is where the boys from TNMN went. Now, Newt is going there. I wonder if the guys from EHR have a counter strat. Wow. Everyone's just going up the top. Newt is on his own, and everyone else is just bailing up. Let's zoom up there, shall we? And have a look at what's going on. Why don't you, Bushka? Oh, this is just like a standard public match. Except there's some clown in town who's got 40% win rate, and he's going to cap A and win the game. No, I'm joking. It's a long way from one yet, boys and girls, but Newt is definitely having free reign down there. Now, the two 215Bs have laid down right at the bottom. Mouse have Kiri hit. So there is a slight possibility that they could isolate here, but they're going to have to be super aggressive to make it actually happen. Newt's got A. Are they going to ask him to go to B? Maybe they are actually... Newt's got heaps of cover. He's going to go to B. They're going to hold this. They're under no pressure whatsoever. Once they get that B cap, they will be able to absolutely... This is a lovely strat so far. EHR have gone scissors, rock, paper. And they may actually bail from that part of the hill. Yuzutia Steel and Angelic Howl. You know, it's lovely to be calling and commentating on this. Here they come. Knew it had to happen sooner or later. There's Goodness Gracious Me, Neo, the Chosen One, Hakadati, the Origami Artist, and GG Spammer all coming through. And this is interesting. XR are going to back this off the hill. Look at the mouses. They're backing off the hill, and they've got the 215Bs, and everyone's sitting up there. This is a great strat. They're flexing. They're relocating. Charlotte, again, is the only one in the strife here without support, and Charlotte is going mano a mano with the IS-7 over here. This is great tanking. We've got one down from the boys from XR. Have got one to the good. Masayasu's very, very low. Is about to go. Masayasu's gone. It's all happening over here. The YOLO wagon as isolated Flash. Flash is in big strife. Here comes Kiri Hit. Now, it's all well and good having mouses, but they don't really pump the damage. And XR, this is so much closer than it looks. Right, XR are now down 4 tanks on 5 tanks, but they have 2 caps and are ahead. Can the Yuzuchi Steel and Angelic Howl clear this IS-7 up here? If they can do that and clear one more down here, they just need to get Zad. If they can get the Object 140 gone, they have got this in the bag. They can do this. One shot. Zad's around the corner. Well done. Oh, he's kept the gun alive. And they've had to concentrate on GG Spammer. That is a huge move. The IS-7 up the top in big strife. He's pushed through to Yuzuchi Steel. They can't lose another tank. If they lose another tank, they're gone. That's it. Great game, both sides. But that strat from XR was what made it good tanking, good quality tanking. But the scissors, rock, paper, and in this case, Newt just had free range. He got 2 free caps. Didn't have to output any hit points for it. And then as they came across the top of that hill, they were able to just pull backwards with those mouses and let the guys from EHR actually come in and get pincered. It was very, very close. It went a lot closer than I thought it would, but the hit point pool of the mouses and the enormous cap point advantage that they had forced the hand on the guys from EHR, and we see XR with another excellent strategy. I'm going to take a quick 30-second break here. Okay, we're on in another 30 seconds, boys and girls. 1-0 to XR, who look to be so far the most polished of the teams we've had in. They are fresh off a big run at the Tokyo Game Show. Lots of the players have obviously had big game, big tournament experience, have been up on the stage live, large and loud. I was there in the hall at the back at the card table. There's about 20,000 people. I like to look at it through binoculars. They all drove in Maseratis, and if you believe that, you'll believe anything. And I've got some lovely stuff to sell you at low tide. Some lovely real estate. Here we go, Flash 447. What will we see this time out? The guys from EHR really need to get up here because you do not want to be down 2-0. That gives XR a chance at double elimination. So they get 2 games to actually... No, they're going top again. They've obviously got their strat and they're working it. Here they go. They're pushing up. Let's see some tanking. Lovely tanking. Love that tanking. Looks good. They're definitely tanks. Well done, Bushka. They're definitely tanks. Let's zoom on down here. Well, this is a tale of 2 maps. Everyone is just in town. Now, obviously, town has the 2 cap points. So, unlike a public game, the IS-7 of Hackerdate, the Origami King, has pushed back. They're putting Iron Bread Tank from EHR in there as well. And goodness gracious me is there too. And they're going to try and punish Kiri Hit, who is capping A. They need to reset that cap of Kiri Hit. No one's reset it. He's going to get it done. Oh, that was very, very rough. They needed to whack just a HE shell or something in there. And actually, I mean, you can see, that would have been great to actually get that sorted out. Then they would have had 1 cap each, or at least make Kiri Hit pay for it. But again, they always had Charlotte there to cap as well. So, possibly not the perfect start to that. They've half gone top, half gone bottom. But they have now got a full circle. Look at this. Moving in as 1 unit. The heart would be racing. They know that this is an absolutely key game. Goodness gracious me in the IS-7, pushing in close. The origami of Hakodate is doing it. His IS-7 side scraping, looking for a shot on Charlotte. Yes, manages to sink it. Yuzuchi Steel. They're compressing over here in the corner, the guys from XR. They don't want to get pinned. They don't want to get stuck with different avenues of fire. Now, this is what we saw this happen to China Dragon. And it's exactly what's happening here. You get stuck in town and you can be hit from all sides. Now, XR have to get up and stand here, isolate this IS-7 and clear Ira. If they can get him gone, the Flash has done it. He's cleared him, so it's now one tank down each, and the hit point pools are nearly identical. Yuzuchi Steel has been caught out. He's in a very, very poor spot, and he's got 3 guns. Oh, Racious just got absolutely flogged. The 183 just wrecked him. Massive, massive move. They're a tank down, though. They're a tank down. 2 big mouses. They're very healthy tanks, though. Flash has got to get that 215B's gun into the game. 3 on 3. Even Stevens. They've isolated here. They're both on the IS-7. Flash is screaming around that corner. He's just putting a shot into the mouse. They're going to take Hakodate. Brent takes into Newt. Oh, this is the angry pills. They're all out. This is tournament tanking. The stink, the grit, the grind. You can smell the oil and gun smoke. It's coming down to landing shots on focused fire targets. There are dead tanks all over this square. The mouse of Kiri hit. He's angling. He's dangling. They're going to get GG Spammer. Flash has had a field day. The massive gun of the 215B has absolutely told a story. And that's Iron Bread Tank, hell of a tanker. He's taken my lunch money more than once, but it looks like he is going to be coming second here on this map of Middleburg. And they get the kill and rub it in, get the cap win as well. Excellent, excellent tanking there from EHR. Really, really lovely stuff. Wowzers. Let's have a look. Yep, thought so. The big flash, 4K in the 215B. He was pressing that button. He's got a sore thumb. Pressing it, pressing it, pressing it, pressing it. 2-0 up to XR. Much like the game against the boys from TNMN, they went 2-0 up in that and then lost the next on Black Goldville. But they have 2 opportunities to go and win this best of 5 section of the tourney. All they've got to do is pick up the next one. Now, that is Canal. Now, Canal has been very interesting. We've seen a lot of tanks going to that corner on NA, trying to get across there. I did that today and got absolutely belted with Swiss Cheesel. So I wouldn't recommend it in a T57 heavy. It's not a good look. I wonder what they're going to do. Are we going to see a D cap strat? Are we going to see an A cap strat? A cap is the heavy route above the normal encounter cap. D cap is the medium route, which offers you views back across the map and a lot of sniping positions. I think you're going to be able to tell very much by the makeup of the teams. Now, the D cap is a much easier cap to reach first and actually get through, but the A cap offers some wonderful opportunities to bash people if they push up onto that A cap from either side. So really an open map, one of the more even maps in the game. I'm very surprised that Middleburg game was right in the balance. The 183, he got that one shot off that decimated the IS-7, but a second later he was out of it. And that's the 183 for you. It's just an intimidating tank. Here we go. Let's see how we go here, boys and girls. This is the move it or lose it time for EHR. A fine clan full of good humans and very good tankers, but they've come up against an XR outfit that is well-oiled, has been doing the weights 3 times a week, never skips leg day, and has probably spent a little bit of time at the tanning salon. There's EHR. They are doing the A-cap strat and pushing up very, very aggressively under here to ensure that the guys from XR cannot cap that B cap. Now, this is interesting. They haven't set anyone to C. No one at all. Angelic Howl in the 215B is pretty well situated to cover anyone who pushes across there and is unspotted. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen, Angelic Howl is at the top of the blue team list and does not have a light bulb anywhere near him at the present, or her. Have never talked to Angelic Howl personally. So is firing from the back. Is he abusing soft cover? No, he's just a long, long way away. So he's very, very hard to see. Very early going here. The blue guys, is that Object 140 going to cap this? Lasukal. Oh, come on, you can't let him cap that. You can't let him cap it. He's got it. Is he going to pay for it? He doesn't even pay for it in hit points. He's dodged both of them. Oh, the EHR guys are going to be filthy about that. That was such a missed opportunity. Oh, now they are 2 caps to 1 down. And Bread Tank, is he going to make a move here towards B? Angelic Howl currently unspotted. Just looking across, covering that B cap. Really good place for Angelic Howl to be. And screaming shots in across the map. Keeping him honest. Here comes Neo 1. They're gathering forces over there behind the cap point, behind C. The Leopard spotted, so he's got to be very, very careful there. Angelic Howl could even see him if he's not careful. No, he's using the cover there very well. So not a lot of movement yet. You can hear the gun roaring. 2 IS-7s, they're looking to isolate. Flash, goodness gracious me, is spotted. He is low on the cap there. They'd want to be careful. Bread Tank, the Mouse, Lasakal. Here they come. They're pushing. Now the 3 of them are all spotted. They know it's on now. Is Newt going to turn quick enough to get shots across? Let's see. He's missed it. He's missed it. He's missed it. Flash is on his own. Back it up, Flash. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up one time, buddy. You need cover, my friend. They've seen that. There's 3 tanks over there. They can't worry about it. Flash has to fend for himself. They are pushing up over here and isolating on the IS-7 of Ira. Kiri Hit is very, very low on hit points. They've managed to smack quite a few into him already. He's in the Mouse. Flash is going down. XR are under the pump. They have to clear something soon. That was a really good move from EHR, but we saw this last time. XR recovered beautifully. Can they do it again? Flash is still alive in the IS-4. That is ridiculous. Kiri Hit, not out of it yet. Flash finally down, but EHR have lost one as well. The hit points are actually favouring the guys from XR. Goodness gracious me, is the focus fire target. They're on Newt, but he is the only gun on Newt at the present. Kiri Hit takes him out. He's been on 400 hit points for about 3 weeks. Lusakal takes out Masayasu. This is where it's all happening right here, guys. We're going to leave the camera right here where we can see it all playing out. The cap points are too close to call. The hit points are just favouring the guys from XR right now. The Leopard one of Neo is relocating. You can see him over there. He's pushing around under that cap circle. He's going to come up on Yazutsia. This is really important because the IS-7 over there of Zatku is about to go down. The Leo is taking a long time to get there. He's a long time to get there. He knows he's a one-shot if he's not careful. Gets one into Yazutsia. Got to be careful. Got to be careful. There's a lot of guns coming his way. He's going, he's going, he's going. I don't know who he got hit from there, but it was a big one. Took him right down. 4 on 4. Yazucha, excellent move, Neo, with the one big hit. Neo's got to watch out. He's on 181 hit points. If they breathe on him, he's dead. Charlotte, if they breathe on him, he's dead. Oh, Kiri Hit finally goes down. It feels like hours he's been on 400. It's crumbling for the boys from XR. It is crumbling. No, they've struck back. This is amazing. Lasukal, massive. He's taken one, but they didn't clear him. Bread Tank into Newt. Can he do it? Can he do it? Lasukal does. Bread Tank's down. 900 hit points. XR are tipping up, but they've got no hit points left. Oh, 1 left. Angelic Howl's going to go. If Angelic Howl goes, this could be anybody's. Charlotte's hanging on for dear life. They've got the caps. Hakadati, the Origami Master, he has to kill Charlotte. If he can't get to Charlotte in time, he's not going to. Whoa! Well played, Charlotte. Good, Charlotte. Like the pun, like the play on words. Hold on, I'm coming, says Hakadati. No thanks, don't like Motown, says Charlotte. I'm getting the hell out of here. And XR go up 3-0 in what was probably the best game we have seen so far this tournament in terms of hammer and tong, back and forth, one tank for the next, finishing with 2 blokes on very, very little hit points and a whole lot of angry tanking. Whew! That is tournament stuff for you, boys and girls. That is an absolute eye-opener. While we do that, I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to replay you the last game from Middleburg. That's what we're going to do. Let's have a look at that. Even now. And I'm going to use my squiggly lines. Now, this is really important. This is something that the guys from XR just did a little bit better than the guys from EHR. Now, that is get those 50-50 caps. The caps that were just really, really close. The ones that you couldn't tell whether you were going to pick them up or not, whether they were going to go one way or the other, that they could have been reset, that there were tanks with shots on them, and they were capable and they got it done. And that's exactly what we're going to stop that right about here. Now, right there, you can see there is one tank from XR in that cap. One tank. There is Hakadati, the Origami Master, down here. I Am Bread tank is down here. And we indeed have another tank coming down over here. I can't recall who that was, but let's move this right along. Hakadati is actually shooting down this line here. And he's put shots down there already. You can see he's aiming down there. He's spotted. What he's not doing is resetting the cap here on the mouse. And that is fatal, because the same thing that just happened for the guys from EHR, where Charlotte got that last cap and you saw how important the cap points were, that's exactly what just happened here with Kiri Hit picking up the A cap. I Am Bread tank, you'll note, starts moving forward, but it's all too late. That's the ground level view. If he had been able to get up there and put a HE round, it would have delayed that cap. It may well have even damaged the mouse, and you could have farmed some damage off Kiri Hit without a whole lot of worry. But in the end, they didn't, and that's why they play the games, because those momentary one-on-ones are so important, and you can't tell when it's happening at the time all the time, but they just tend to bring out the most glorious games. And the game we just saw then was brilliant. That was true tournament tanking at its absolute finest. Can't get enough of it. Really, really enjoyed that game. I'm going to take a quick break now and go get a little bit of Bonjilla for the tongue, because I've bitten the bugger in two, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back. You're stuck with me. Let's have a look at the official Bushka on Blitz Twister Cup replay feature, because that's what I've got it called on my... Oh, how you doing? Here we go. I'm going to use my squiggly lines again. Hope you like it. Thanks very much, Ouija. Love your energy too. Love you too, Mum. I mean, Ouija. Here we go. Now, this, I think, is the best game we've seen so far on the Asia Twister Cup finals. EHR are a tough out. They have not sat down in any of these games. They've pushed them right to the limit, and this game was no exception. But again, they lost this on the very end of it with the cap points, and those cap points were pretty much given up here, where you can see the Object 140 over here pushing around onto the left, and is just going to sneak this cap. Like, absolutely sneak this cap. You can see he's at C at the moment. He is behind. Now, for those of you wondering what he's doing, I'm going to show you something cool here. And this is something all you young players at home should pay attention to, because it's really important. And this is the kind of thing that wins games. That's a building there. That's the building. Why is that important? Well, because it's the only cover he's got. So if they're going to shoot him, there is a chance if they hit the building, they can't see exactly where he is. It's more likely that he'll get a bounce. They can't tell where his tank is actually facing. And if they're firing a HE round to reset a cap, which is a common thing to do, if you fire HE rounds there at Yuzucha Steel, all you're going to do is hit the building. It will eat the round and it will kill the building and get rid of it, but it will in fact not reset the cap. So you're going to have to pull out there with a proper big boy AP round, like Lasakal is going to do here with the mouse. But the mouse is a very large slow tank, and he's going to get there just a little bit too late. You can see he's pushing across. He knows what he wants to do, but it's gone. And you can see that building, someone has hit that building and bounced him or not actually done damage. And that was a great move. That is probably the game-winning move right there. Everything else, there was like 1,000 different things that happened after that were outstanding bits of tanking. But what that did was it gave them that 2 cap to 1 buffer. It forced the big move around the other side, and it allowed XR at the end to just hang on by the skin of their teeth. Like, you know, that was so close. Like, EHR played them to a standstill, and Charlotte, who has been in absolutely everything and was at the Tokyo Game Show doing the business, has managed to just grind out the win while the big boys all belted each other around the cap circle. Now, it's worth noting that Charlotte did really well and actually didn't put the tank in jeopardy. Didn't put the tank in jeopardy, and that allowed they made sure the call probably came through. I don't know who's calling here. I believe the caller is Masayasu. I mean, I remember playing with Snake in a game with Masayasu, Iron Bread Tank. I think the average win rate on both sides was about 70%, and it was one of the best games I've ever played in on Copperfield. The bloke can roll a tank, and there's a lot of guys on both sides here who are legendary figures on the Asia server. I Am Bread Tank, go and look at his stats if you want to see a legit Unicum human. And they have gone down 3-0 against XR. That is an impressive winning series from XR. You can't understate that. And ID really need to pick up their game and come out with all guns firing here, because if they don't, I would suspect that XR would be red hot favourites. Now, I am not putting them in the driver's seat yet. We have a lot of tanking to go yet, but they've been so impressive here thus far. Their flexibility has been excellent. Their been able to adapt, and they keep winning those 50-50 calls, getting those caps right on the bell that they really need to get. How did Kiri Hit stay alive? Could we talk about Kiri Hit? Kiri Hit was alive for about 3.5 days in this game on 411 hit points, and not only alive, picking up damage at the same time. I mean, the bloke must be made of stellinium. I don't know what he's got on that mouse, but he's... and really well played, Neo. You can see Neo has 495 hit points. He's going to take one here. 181 left, so it was a 300 hit point hit. That would have been Charlotte in the 140 with the 310 Alpha hitting Neo there. And you can see Charlotte is all the way on the other side of the map. But Neo leveraged the last little bit of hit points he had into some really good shots. And then we had this amazing sequence of just out and out angry, brawling tanks down at the bottom here. I mean, this is well worth watching again. You can see one tank after another. Lassakal gets an amazing bounce. Takes one, but bounces a second from Newt. Newt then cops it backdoor from I Am Bread Tank. Angelic Howe turns around and nuts I Am Bread Tank. Hakadati, the Origami King, comes down and belts one into Angelic Howe, who finishes up Lassakal, who then gets hammered by Hakadati. I mean, that is punch, counterpunch, 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 counterpunch. Every single shot is taking out a tank, and we see Charlotte, who has been told in no uncertain terms to get to ACAP and don't get killed, is going to win this on 236 hit points. That is just absolutely glorious tanking by both sides. Really, really impressive. Really, really impressive. I can't say enough about how good and how upbeat I am about the Asia Twister Cup tilt. You my boy, Asia. Represent. And it's just sad that NIST isn't around anymore, because Ouija was obviously going to carry all before him to Minsk. But I think, yeah, probably best that Ouija's lost to the world of tournament tanking. Might have, if Ouija went to Minsk, we might never have seen him again. Ah, well, there you go. That was absolutely glorious stuff. I'm just going to take a short break here, have a suck on the hydro, and get right back to it. So I'm just waiting now to see what we've got left. We still have a couple of matches to come, I believe. At the present, we have in the we've got Team ID to come yet. We haven't seen them against Next Dimension. ND. That's Fort Despair, Winter Melanovka with a tiebreaker if needed on Canyon. Now that is 11:38. Problem is, some of these are actually happening at the same time. So I can't tell you exactly who we will be seeing, who will be coming live, large and loud into your eardrums. We'll just have to wait until I get the invitation to the tournament room. I'm checking and seeing if I've got any literature from Wargaming about this as well. I do. I've got a placeholder for it. Let's have a look at that. That makes sense. Good work, me. So we've had our first, we've had our second. Not long now. Another 10 minutes we've got before the next match kicks off. Yeah, we've got 10 minutes till the next match. Now, I'm not sure who we're getting, though. That's the only thing. 8:38 Perth time. UTC +8 is basically Perth time. You guys have no idea how late this is for me. The boys from Grump will tell you that unless my wife is overseas, I'm in bed by like 9 o'clock at night. This is like so past my bedtime. I'm gonna have a tantrum. So I'm just conserving my charismatic energy, going low key for a couple of minutes here. We've got 10 minutes till the next match. Let's talk about it in YouTube. So I hope everyone's doing well. Everyone's getting a little bit tense there. Little bit tense. Come on, guys. Keep it civil. JC Ware, telling the truth. Those of you wondering where the Derp Diaries have gone, talking of salt, I made the decision to retire the Derp Diaries from public consumption. They are still available to patrons in the sponsors section. I did one, I actually released one last week. And there was a reason for that. And the basic reason is that the people who throw the most salt are the biggest clowns, and they actually want that kind of notoriety. They want that kind of, they want people to see them as yelling and screaming and ranting and saying horrible things, really terrible things, homophobic, racial slurs, all that kind of rubbish. So instead, if I'm doing a Derp Diaries, It's going to be continuing on, but I'm not going to give them the satisfaction of mass media presentation. I'm just going to let the patrons see them being idiots and talk rubbish about them. And that's all well and good. I will be putting funny things in videos and doing kind of a week that was, if anything of particular note and interest happens to me. But that's not going to be called the Derp Diaries anymore. And I've actually got a few things coming out in the very, very near future. But just so you know, I'm also reporting people to Wargaming now because I'm just sick of the salt. And rather than engage you, I will just drop your name and your account in dev chat and let someone else who gets paid to do it delete you, rather than eviscerate you in fiction. So there you go. No more of the Derp Diaries, in case you were wondering. They have become one of the patron-only video features. Purple Potato, where is he? You're right, JC. We haven't had the Purple Potato for a while. Where is he? There he is. Oh, yeah. Have a Purple Potato. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There we go. Just waiting now on the rest of the matchups. I'm going to go and visit the little boys' room, and I'll be right back. This is a shout out to Shaitanya Kerr, your brother Rowan Kerr. This is a shout out for Shaitanya Rowan. Thank you. We're back. Thank you very much for the donation. It's much appreciated. As you probably know, we don't get paid for broadcasting the Twister Cup, but there's a lot of love going on here, and I really enjoy doing this stuff, guys. So thank you very much. That's NT's New Taiwan Dollars. I know because I've had a few cool people from New Taiwan Dollar Land give me New Taiwan Dollars before, which is very, 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 very appreciated. 42 seconds. 42 seconds. Mr. Bushka, this is your final call. Hair and makeup. Come on, darling. Here we go. 33 seconds, 31 seconds. Can't wait to go to Minsk, go to Vegas, sorry, with my good mate Snake Eyes and do the call over there for the Amazon Mobile Masters. Here we go. Coquettish Kiss. If that is not the best name in the world, I don't know what is. It's just got a flavour to it. It's got a lovely little bit of poetry about it. Shololon from XR is the odd man out again in the Z-Bat chat. Angelic Howell, Masayasu. Here we go. XR doing the business. Now, this is pretty much happening all over the world. This is the second EHR team. And we're going to find out. Oh, I hate that camo Curie hit. It's like someone got a whole bunch of party balloons and put them into a frame that looks like a mouse. I mean, that camouflage, probably not the ideal time though, Bushka. So let's just have a look at as we zoom up line. Up in the air, I fly. Zoom, 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 zoom. Now, you might note we don't have FOE in the tournament this time around. They were the ones who came second to ID in the last tournament, and it was this map where ID did a very, very memorable push around the base of the B cap. And we have an identical strat, apart from the fact that there are 4 XR IS7s out there. And no, we've got 4 IS7s from both teams. Have these guys been reading the same playbook? Wow. Beat, hit, bit, just got absolutely belted. Flash 447 is in strife. Newt is in, that is a really, really tough spot. Newt is in a very tough gig. Angelic Hal is holding the corner, and Musa Kangu in the EHR AMX50B, the spiritual heart of the EHR tilt. Oh, we've lost one. Beat, hit, bit. And the mouse of Amushi Ulti is in strife also. They're doing a really good job of moving their hit points about over here, the guys from XR. Newt only has 173 of them left, though. And unless he gets some help, wow. They've taken out 2 of the 5 tanks who've pushed up out here. Now, they're low hit points, but Newt is still in the game. That is still a gun in the game. AMX50B, oh, he's pushed around. He's in huge strife. Angelic Howe says, thanks very much. Tell your mother I loved the rabbits, and takes him to pieces. Sinai in the AHR, battle-hardened. Folman, this is just brutal. XR has not skipped a beat here. They have come right down the tram tracks, gone 4-on-4, and the T110E3 of Angelic Howe has had a couple of monstrously large hits. Big HE shell into the back of Musa Kangu. And if you're confused about what clan some of these guys are in, don't worry, you're not alone, because XR and Rote Nova played at the Tokyo Game Show, and it would look like that was indeed the EHR A and B squad. XR doing exceptionally well there. Just a 100% smashing. Let's have a look and see how the T110E3 went. Well, Masayasu had one big hit there. Let's have a look at how purple you want to be. So if you want to get to the Twister Cup, helps if you can do that. Wonderful stuff. Angelic Howe, big gun into the back of the AMX50B of Musa Kangu. But to be honest, there wasn't much choice. Musa Kangu had to go. They were 2 tanks down. The flank wasn't getting any friendlier. They were isolated out there. The big difference there for me was the joyous T110E3. Now, nowhere else in the world have I seen people running T110E3s like these guys. If you watch the Tokyo Game Show, they ran, I think there was 2 on one side and 1 on the other on Himmelsdorf, which was 2 of the 3 rounds. So T110E3s are certainly being utilised here. Now, I wonder if we're going to see a change-up. If we're going to see someone from either team, XR or EHR, go heavy route or push right around the bottom. We've got 40 seconds and we're going to find out. Flamberge obviously going to run the T7 combat car because who wouldn't? Thank you very much, Where JC, for the on-stream donation, mate. You keep my engine rolling. Whoa. 20 seconds of quiet time for Bushka. Oh, we're about to kick off again. I gave myself 10 seconds of quiet time. Look at it. Coquettish Kiss, Musakangu, Sene. We're off again. They love it.
Vehicle destroyed.
2215Bs this time. Absolutely a different team makeup. They are not going for that flank push at all as we watch the boys and girls roll past. Another E3 though, going straight to the corner, Masiyasu. Let's see what's going. Wow, they've matched up in a nearly identical team makeup, and you can see really good spotting. Aomushi ultimate there in the Object 140. He's picked up 3 spots there. I don't know if he got Flash. He did get Flash. Kiri hit and Charlotte in the mouse. What in the world is going on up the back there? Beat Hit Bit Heat is really, really laying back. Angelic Howe, very cheeky Angelic Howe. Very cheeky. And Newt from XR gets another one in, but for all that, the guys from EHR have got the first cap. Incredibly important. Now, XR have picked up B cap, and A cap may as well go whistle, because anyone that wants to go sit in A cap is just looking for a quick trip back to the garage on Fort Despair. So here we go. Let's look at it from the back perspective of the... Now, Beat Hit Bits moved up. EHR, they know they are ahead on cap points. There is absolutely no point to them pushing this and risking what is an otherwise very, very good situation. Who in the world hit Sene there? It might have been Angelic Howe or the mouse of Charlotte. Charlotte holding court in the middle, pumping back and forth. Sene is actually quite low there, 1288. He's just a good hard focus fire, so he's going to have to think about that. Now we're at 5 minutes into the time remaining. We tick over the 5 minutes, and the 140 of Aomushi Ultimate. Now, he's moving around, just looking for spots. Flash is spotted again. Not able to make much do up there. They're gathering down here at C cap. Now, are they going to push, or are they going to just attempt to cap back? They don't really need to push. Newt can side scrape that in the IS-4. Nice reset by the mouse. But even if Newt does not cap this, what they are doing is stopping the cap points from the C cap going to the guys. Astolfo is just resetting here every single time. But they've got 2 in there now. Kiri hit, and they've got it. They've got both bases. But they've pushed up Masiyasu. Here comes the move. And EHR made it. Excellent work. They clear Masiyasu, and they've now got a 4-tank Flash. Grandmaster Flash is in furious fighter, all right. He is gone. Flash is on big strife. Let's move over here to the other side of the map, and you can see that they're trying to isolate Musakangu, but the grill is making them pay for it. If you look back here from Beat Hit Beat, it's going to be a big hit in the side. Oh, he takes one from the mouse. But here comes a big hit. Oh, Newt ate a monster. And they focus him down. 4 on 6. It looks like EHR has managed to steal this one away. Angelic Howe gone. Oh, this is over. Really good job. Great hit back there from EHR. Too many good tankers, too much experience, and they are grinding XR under. And this is the first time today we've seen XR really miss those 50-50 calls. Miss the cap. When they pushed up there and recap C, EHR didn't muck around. They screamed down that left flank. They found flush isolated and flowed straight on through into the rest of the team. And that was all she wrote. And really great play there from EHR. Wow, wow, wow. Crowd goes mad. We can have a look at the post-game stats right about now. Funk Soul Brother. Oh, Charlotte won't go down. Charlotte does not know the meaning of the word second place. Gonna keep fighting till the fight is done. Coquettish kiss with a coquettish love tap to the side. Well done, the coquettish kiss. Ah, you have been invited to Bushka's room. How about no? Charlotte with 4K in the mouse. But have a look at the kiss. The kiss is on your lips. 4,451 damage. 12 out of 12. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Really good numbers all over there from EHR. Beat Heat. Did very, very well. We've got a minute 30 till the next game. Going to have a little bit of quiet time for Bush's tongue. Right, so I've applied some more of the teething gel to my tongue. I'm medicating. I'm self-medicating. I'll be straight line IVing Bonjela soon. If anyone has any children who have gone through teething, they'd know what we're talking about. We're off to Winter Malinovka. Now, we saw last year at the Twister Cup, the boys from Legion ran an E100 strat that was absolutely amazing, where they pushed an E100 up on top of one of those hills. I wonder if we might see something equally sneaky here from the Angelic Howl E100. Let's have a squiz. Well, I guess we're going to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, love that. There goes the, I think that's a, is that a Messerschmitt? Or is it a Yak? Oh, he's dropped some bombs. I never knew that. He's gone and bombed a supply train. Hang on, how about we get back to the tanking? Anyway, down to the A cap. So we're playing an A cap here. And the guys from XR are playing the B cap, or looking for C cap. Now, there's no spoilers going on here from EHR. Flash is there, but he's not exactly isolated. If Folman pushes up here, I wonder if he's going to go hog wild, and they're going to push with an intent to kill, or with just an intent to hold that there and put Flash back. Because there is a lot of Angelic Howe. Oh, you saw the heat hit. Folman didn't know about that. That's what he's looking at the moment. A whole lot of angry tanks. E3, two 150mm, and the 183. Folman, you crazy, crazy tanking human. You need to back that buddy up, because you will be hit point deficient in a very short while. But look out. Masayasu's going to come across here, and he is looking to dominate the foal. Oh, the E3 is so strong. He says just before Masayasu gets ammo racked, look at him. He is hull down here. This is probably the perfect tanking position for the E3. He's got a big armor profile. If they want to push on him, he's got a lot of support up the back there, and they've got a 2-cap strategy, XR. There is going to be some They have to move now. The Leopard one is going to be massive. Is the 183 going to see him and start salivating? Has Yudzuchi Steel? No, he's going to stick with the IS-7s. Here it comes. Masayasu's down. Flash. Can they cover this move? Can they cover this? They are a tank down. Folman's about to go, but he's not gone yet. Kiri hit and the IS-4's got him. Here comes the Leopard 1. Yuzucha has to pull back. He's on a big reload, but he's got one in the clip now. He has one ready to go. Let's see how we do it at ground level now. Can we bring the camera down here? We can indeed. We're going to travel with Yuzucha in the 183. Looking at that. Oh, big nasty. Big nasty. You notice. And that cap point win is on the boards here. Charlotte is running around as well at the top. They've isolated Stolfo. If they get that kit down, they're going to be in the 900 hit point range. Very, very close. They just have to hold over there on the flank. Kiri Hit is the one who's in trouble. You can see him over there. If Kiri Hit makes it out, no, they've got this one. They've got this one. And that's the win. 2 cap strat wins again. Folman pushed up towards that edge. He got a little bit peaky, and copped a big uppercut for his troubles. Yuzucha with the 3-2 in the 215B. And Folman, not his fault really. Someone had to look around that corner, and it just happened to be that he drew the short straw with Senai and got to look around the corner, and he found a 183, an E100, a T110E3, and an IS-7, all looking straight down the gun range at him. Love it. Going to pause here for a cause and be right back. Oh, God, you didn't hear any of that because the mic was still muted. But basically, it was probably the best commentary of the first minute and 30 seconds you've ever seen. I called a blinder. But we're back now. The mic's no longer muted, and we're off. Now, XR are holding all the cards. No one's going to cap that B cap without getting absolutely deleted and sent to the garage by either team. And the boys from EHR are 5 points behind on cap points. Literally 5 points behind on cap points. And they paid for that C cap with a good solid 3,000 damage. Now we heard the big boof there of something booming out, that E100 from Musakangu. They're going to have to do something because they lose this map. They are down 3-1. This is an elimination game. XR are holding all the cards. Here comes a push. Kedish Kiss, they are all down that gun barrel, and this may actually go very, very well for them because there is a big separation here. Charlotte and Hal are down under this cap area there, and all the rest of the XR tanks are at the top. Yuzuchi Steel is moving down to cover. Very, very nice. Very nice. So they've now got 3 tanks. Charlotte has moved back. Flash has moved up. The Mouse of Newt's moving. Masayasu's moving. Kiri Hit's moving. Everything is in motion. EHR have to move. They're going to try to cap. No, they're pushing through. They're going for the kill. Oh, Kedish Kiss just missed that shot. Musakangu's down into Angelic, and he is out of gun range for everyone. Newt can't contest in the mouths. He's nearly down. Sene's nearly down. So Newt and Sene are both just about combat ineffective. Newt's gone. Big call. Can they get Angelic Howe cleared as well? They can. Folman's out. It's kicking off again. 5 on 5. The Reds are down. They are all focused around here. We have Charlotte at the top, not in the action. A bit heat takes out Kiri Hit in the IS-4. Masayusu's screwed. He's going to get hammered in a second. He's hanging on for dear life. He's gone. You'd have to think this is the hit back from EHR. They are not giving up without a fight. Yuzuchi Steel in the 183 just took a huge hit, and it's all guns blazing. Brilliant move. They managed to get just enough tanks down underneath, got the edge, cleared the Howl, cleared everyone else, and as usual, we've got Charlotte running around like a lunatic, trying not to die, trying to save, refusing to give in, but there is not much left to do here for Charlotte. They're going to lose this one on cap points. They're going to lose this one on everything. But you give in? No, thank you, says Charlotte. I am nothing if not a fighter. There's the last wee little Object 140 on the XR tilt. And we're going to have a 2-all game here. We're going to have a 2-all game, and XR and EHR are going to duke this out. Excellent work from EHR. They have struck back every time. XR managed to give themselves a little bit of a window and will be right back in this with another chance at moving onwards to victory. Going to have a quick rest. Whoa, the button on the mic is actually quite tricky. Dicky. So we have a deciding match. Now that was brilliant. XR must be feeling tired. There's got to be strain on these guys. To cycle through so many games in a row. They've gone through TNMN. They've gone from EHR2 and now they're into EHR. And you'd have to think that that's telling to constantly move forward and do that. at this kind of pace, I know it's tiring me. They must be very, very mentally on the edge. So, big game there, 2-2. Can they come back? This has been a freakishly close best of 5. Can they come back and get this on? Let's find out. And we're racing. Here we go. We're on the final decider for this rubber, and it is Canyon. Now, we've seen a lot of Canyon this time out in the Twister Cup, and we've seen a lot of different strats, which is surprising considering how the map you'd think would play out favouring the C cap and the A cap, but there is all kinds of different moves that we can see made here. Astolfo has pushed up. He's really quite isolated. He's got a Leopard 1 there, but no, the battle hard and the beat hit bit has moved around with him. So they've got 2 IS-7s there, and they've got the Leopard 1. Now, EHR have stolen a move here. They have got the cap already going for C cap. They're going for B cap. XR don't have a single cap yet. This has been incredibly aggressive play. Sene from EHR has paid for it. And Astolfo, as we expected, was really isolated there, and they've seen that. He's gone. They are going to push in hard and heavy on Astolfo. They've seen a weak point. Now, they've got 2 caps, but I don't know if it was worth it because they're going to lose the tank straight away, and Sene is got to be down and out here. He cannot help. If he goes over that hill, they're going to call him. But Charlotte at the back is in big strife. Masayasu, they are all laid out right down this middle in a single line, and there is a big opportunity here for Folman in the IS-7 to push through and do the business. Masayasu in the autoloader. He's got a Leopard 1 around there. He can't commit. They're on their own. Senai is still combat ineffective at the back, but Kiri Hit's gone. They're fighting back. They're fighting back hard. This is a great flex back from the boys from EHR. They're low on hit points now. They've got 2 very, very low hit point tanks. The Coquette is looking to be gone. Angelic Howe does the business, but then immediately Kiri Hit goes down. Still closer than it looks. 3 on 4. Oh, this is massive. This is a boil over. XR have fought to a standstill all day. Can they bring it back here? 3 on 3. Newt, the IS-7 is down. 3 on 2. They need to be the next kill. Sene is still alive. They're focusing. They're focusing. The Leopard moves forward. He has to get this kill. Beat hit bit. He's got 1 into him, but he doesn't roll him. He's gone. 2 on 1. And it's 900 hit points. Yuzucha can't stop. He has to push forward. He cannot stop. They are behind on cap points. They're going to lose it. If these guys can just stay alive. Sene's pulling back. He's a one-shot. Yuzucha needs to get him. He rolls him to 26. 990. He's not going to do it. Oh, my God. Oh, my good God. Amazing play from EHR. 2-1 down, and they strike back to win it. 3-2 going away. Massive, massive game. And Yuzucha ran into Senai. I can't believe 400 alpha damage. I don't know if he fired Pramo at him. If he fired Pramo, it probably still could have killed him. But a 400 average alpha roll would have completely wrecked Senai, and he rolled him to 26 hit points. So he's hitting for 350. That is the godmother of all low RNG rolls. RNGs just eat your heart out. That's terrifying. And Ayamushi was still alive at the end. Yuzucha, just brilliant stuff. They paid for that cap. They paid heavily for that cap. Senai looked like being out and combat ineffective, and he just came and stuck it right at the end. They were a hair's breadth away from absolutely getting flogged, and they held on and got the job done. Woo! That was amazing. Now let's see when's our next game coming up. We have another game in 20 minutes. So we're going to have a look at the replay now of that match. Wowzers. That was a hell of a game. That was so aggressive. I have not seen a match on Canyon yet in the entire Twister Cup for either side where they've both gone so hard at those middle caps. I can't believe the guys from XR weren't able to cap that A cap. I really don't know what happened there. I'll try and pay attention on the way through and see if we can't figure that out. But it was brutal watching it happen live. They needed that cap, and at the end you saw they never got the A cap, and that kill strat that they went for, isolating Senai, not getting it done. Wow. Let's have a look at the replay feature, see how this goes. Now, you can see right away, if we look at this, this is crazy. I don't know what happened there with XR, but the guys they've capped C and they've managed to cap B, which I've not seen anyone do yet in the Twister Cup, is get a cap at B in the first minute of the game. Like in the first minute of the game, and they've done it, and Senai has been absolutely flogged for it. He's over there on 349 hit points. So it wasn't 350 rolled, it was actually 323 that he got rolled for at the end. That is RNG hell. Senai is on 349. Astolfo's gone down. Now, we knew that was going to be the struggle right at the start, but about now, it looks all good. And then we see this crazy bit of play, this great flex. I'm going to look, this is going to look a little bit blurry on your screen, but what's happened here, you can see this push right up the center. Now it's cleared Astolfo. It's put so much pressure there, but the guys from EHR, the Leopard, you can see right here that lasted till the end, has flanked all the way around and pushed here. Their Folman's come through the middle here and absolutely cleaned up, and it stopped these guys here, Masayasu in the AMX 50B, and everyone else. They've had to stop because they've got tanks on either flank. Senai and the other IS-7 are back here, and it's pincered them, stuck in the water all along this snake here. It's the snake of death, the Zolotto of death. And let's watch it happen in real time. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You can see Folman's pushed up there. He's made them stop. The Leo 1's there. They can't go around that corner. If they go around that corner, they're going to get hammered. Folman and the rest of the guys focus Coquettish Kiss. They get the big kill on Flash, the autoloader. Big kill there. Can't get another clip off. That's a massive loss. And then it's just like, let's bash each other under the cap circle at a professional level for the next 40 seconds and go tank for tank for tank. You can see them calling the focus firing targets, getting them out, and then we're going to go to the play of the game at the end of this, which is just incredible. The cap points are mounting. Like, not getting a cap was brutal. Not getting one of those caps was absolutely brutal. Look at the cap points mounting. The guys have to push. Angelic Howe and Yuzuchi Steel are just holding on for dear life. The Leopard 1, great move. Bailing Senai is still at the back, doing his level best. And this is going to be brutal. Let's look at this. The Leopard 1 of Aomushi has 779 hit points left. Yuzuchi Steel is in the 215B. For those of you who aren't aware, the 215B has a 105mm pen Hesh round, meaning it can do a massive 500 odd damage every time if it can pen with Hesh. So Aomushi is an easy two-shot. But that's not the target. The real target, is Senai. And he is backing up like a boss. Right now, we are looking at a 400 Alpha 215B against Senai, who is in a 349 hit point IS7. And we're going to see one of the most god-awful RNG rolls you will ever... Oh, my goodness. Rolls him to 26 hit points. And as the cap goes over, Senai drives forward and gets ram-killed on his last 26. Wow. We've had some amazing games tonight. Some just absolutely amazing games. Very, very hard not to love the standard of tournament tanking on Asia. I've been really impressed. And it's been a bit of a breath of fresh air because we saw the guys on NA, it was all promo and purple because they practice so hard and they are really the doyens of tournament tanking on NA, but they have the same strats. So you end up in a situation where you've got a bunch of teams that know exactly what the other guys are going to be doing, and that can make it very hard, and it can make it very fixed positions and rigid. Tonight we've seen glorious amounts of maverick team play and completely wild and woolly strats like that one there that have given us just heart-thumping finishes. Amazing stuff. So glad you're all here to watch it with me. I'm really enjoying the tanking. I'm really enjoying the live stream. And I'm really enjoying having a chat in between to you humans on the YouTube channel. Now, make sure you like the video. Make sure you follow along. You sub to the channel. Tell your friends. All that kind of stuff. And I'm going to take a quick 30-second break. Now we have about 10 minutes before the next match, guys. The fourth match. It's now a 12:15 for me, which is like about 3 hours past my bedtime. If I fall asleep live on stream, you can just call me Positive Waves. He's fantastic at falling asleep live on Discord. Whew. I'm going to have a little bit more of a rest here. I'll be right back in a few minutes. How are you all going? How are you all doing? Wow, well, we've got a fair bit of tanking justice ahead of us yet. We've got 2 more matchups. Let's go and try and find out who is going to be playing who. Now, we're going to have a look in the tournament section. Current Twister Cup. Let's have a look at the... Here we go. I'm going to switch this over so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Right, so we have the chart here. Group finals, upper bracket, lower bracket. So X range, I believe, may be done. I think I've got one more. Really? Right. So we've seen we've seen X range. We have not laid eyes on ID, who went down 3-2 to Next Dimension and lost to EHR2 and beat Next Dimension 3-0 there. So it's very confusing. Here we go. We've got 5 minutes to go. Now, who are we going to actually see here? EHR again. Now, they're rolling on. I don't think we'll be seeing... Yeah, here we go. Next Dimension. ND. Yes, Swiss, you boys are all spot on. Like, there's no way that no one's ever seen me up this late with my wife not overseas and me not getting to sleep in the next day. But I won't be sleeping in tomorrow. School holidays, mate. That doesn't happen around here. So let's have a squiz here. We've got 4 minutes to go. It's going to be Supremacy on Desert Sands with EHR. I'm just trying to get a handle on whether ID has actually been knocked out of this, because we have not seen anything from the lower bracket. We've only seen the upper bracket games. And at the moment, it looks like EHR and XR have won 2 rounds, lost 1. And EHR have won, well, they've got 2 teams. Iron Bread Tank, this team here, have lost their first round against XR. And they've got a chance here. They've got to win this round against ND if they want to go through. They have to win. I'll show you something very cool. Here we go. While we're waiting for that, I'll give you a tour. So while we're doing a quick wait for that, I'll show you exactly what's going on around here. I know what, we don't have time. We don't have time? No, we don't have time. It's going to go in 2 minutes. The second album, 12 precious melodies to listen. My Cherie Amour, brighter than a summer's day. Here we go. 1 minute left. 1 minute left till game time. Slowly starting to lose my mind. Singing to keep awake. My wife's probably downstairs going, shut up. This is a chance at redemption for the boys from EHR. They love redemption. They eat it for breakfast. Here we go. 37 seconds left. Next Dimension, we saw they beat ID 3-2, according to the Twister tournament charts, which I can't really make much sense out of, but I got to say they're probably not the most helpful things. That was on the 5th, so that was yesterday. I guess these 4 teams are the ones then that we get in the bracket. So we get the 2 EHR teams, we get the XR guys, and we get the ND team. And I would suggest that maybe out of these 4 teams we take the top 2 and they go through to the final. So let's see how we go. We're off to the races.
We're done for. Get out.
Now, we've seen a lot of different strats on this map, but we haven't seen a good old-fashioned ding-dong, heavy-on-heavy fight over here on the right. Iron Bread Tank really lining up here on the left at the top of the railway. And we're not going to get one. They've gone into the square here, into the market square. They have not got a cap. I'm not sure what's going on here with EHR. They really need to get a cap. Now, they're going to try and push B cap. No, they're not even caring about caps. They're just pushing around, and they're going to attempt everyone spotted on the blue. 3 spotted, 4, 5. Pretty much everyone knows where everyone else is. The only difference being that one team has a cap. Now, Neo J18 is going to go out there and get A, but no one's capping B. No time soon. And EHR has... It's a really odd strat, and they're sending... Goodness Gracious Me back the other way. I love that name, Goodness Gracious Me. Thought of it myself. Zadku. You can see Zadku is... Now, there's not a lot of gun depression on the 215B frontally, but he's using it to reverse up. Now, he's just shot that wall there. He's probably trying to clear out a little bit of space for himself so that he can shoot back that way without hitting the wall and can have an uninterrupted field of view. But I would be very, very surprised if ND do anything here apart from hold this C cap. That's all they've got to do. They are up by 95 points on the cap, and they're just trying to constantly cycle round so that they can hold and support each other. Now, they're in a really good spot. A really good spot. All the tanks are together. There's no one there that's really going to be easy to isolate. And if anyone tries to cap B, they're in huge strife. Absolutely massive strife. I would think that at some point EHR are going to have to put their money where their mouth is, find a tank, call a target, and do the Iron Fist. Now, this is very, very interesting. Look at that. There is an IS-7 flanked up the top. Now, he is visible down there, and they've pulled back, and well, they should, because there's no need. Oh, this could be a mistake. They've pushed forward. They're going to try and isolate Mayo Corn. But there are... Wow. And here it comes. The Leopard one there. And Iron Bread Tank is out of this. They are not able to bring that to bear. I don't know if this is a good move. It's looking pretty solid now. They've got Mayo Corn. They've got Mayo Corn isolated. He's stuck. He's tracked. He's pulling back. But they are not mucking around. They are straight into him. A lot of low red tanks now, though. They've pushed. And they've lost the T110E4. Absolutely crazy. I really didn't think they needed to push, but they may pull this out yet. A lot of low hit points. This could go either way. Zadku's gone. Starting to tell. They are well up on cap points. The E100 is in all sorts. Neo in the Leopard is pushing. He just has to put one more in the back of Schenken. And he gets him. And he's going to go now. The 140 is going to do him. You'd have to think the 140 is going to do him. Bread Tank is still up there banging away in the grill. The IS-7 is trying to cap B. He's down. This is so much closer than I thought it would be. Bread Tank is still alive. The IS-7's about to go. Will they actually be able to drag this back? Iron Bread Tank takes out the 140. The cap points is too close to call. This is going to go down on kills. Warabino is the last one left in a full hit point IS-7. Wow, I can't help but think that ND got spooked there and thought that there was a chance at going hard into that corner, but they were really just waiting. It was just the one IS-7. Warren Bino, if he can kill the... No! Great move. Great move. Iron Bread Tank's going to get a shot in the back of him, and he's missed it. Oh, he wants to cap C. He can't afford to be caught there. He's got to move around because they are now ahead on cap points. If he can stay alive, they are ahead on cap points, and he will force Bread Tank into a shot. Now it gets interesting because Bread Tank has to come at this. There is no other way around it. And he is a HE pen. He is lower on hit points. Warren Bino, what is he doing? He has bailed. Is he going to get away with it? He has. And he's going to stop the cap points. Indeed, he's going to cap this. He's going to cap it out from underneath him. He's just got to hold on. If he can. Oh, that is fair. And he's running to the building. Warren, mate, massive. He's capped it, but it's not going to matter. Oh, this is huge. Oh, no. Come on, Bread Tank. Oh, Warren's going to do this. Warren, your country needs you. Done. Bread Tank down. And ND go 1-0 up. They nearly blew it. I really don't know why they pushed around that corner. They had the cap points. They had the hit points. They had lots of help. And they tried to push it. I would have thought the guys from EHR would, but that wasn't the case. Bread Tank with a massive game there in the grill. 4,700. Very, very cool move. Nearly pulled it off. He had to go to that cap circle. Evaded the hit. Got through it. Not good enough in the end, but excellent effort. Really, really solid. The Bread Tank, the monster, been around for a long time. Played well, real great tank. But Warren managed to pull it out. Good on you, Wazza. I'm going to take 2 minutes off here. Well, I'm reliably informed by the Skull of Destiny that I should be using Blitz Assistant because it's got a perfect outlay of the finals. A lot better than the online variant, which I have to say is leading a certain amount to be desired. Now, we've got the second map here on Desert Sands. This is going to be vital. Absolutely vital. Now, I'm going to confirm this, and then I'll break it down for you. One second to go, and we're racing.
We're done for. Get out.
Not a lot of mouses to pouses. We've got one over there on the right-hand side. And EHR are pumping down that C cap. They are not mucking around this time. They want a cap. They're going to contest C. They are going to contest C. And the guys from ND, now both times, neither team has been fast into that A cap. Both times they have waited for it. No one has really pressured up and had the minerals to get in there hard, hot, and heavy. And again, the C cap is the key here. The C cap is going to allow them. It's all well and good being on the other side of that bridge, of that railway line. And you can see here ND are now on the other side of the railway line. But they are 15 points behind on the cap. And they are going to have to make something happen. It's exactly what they're doing. They understand this. They're not mucking around. Ideally, they want to get across as a unit into the top of that cap circle area there and start pressuring up. But EHR can read it. They know it's coming. And they've moved everyone around apart from the Origami Kid Hacker Date in the mouse as big as a house. Here it comes. They're not mucking around. ND, they were aggressive in the first round of this game, and they are just as aggressive in the second. But Neo is in a perfect spot here. He is firing on the reload. they've targeted Mayo. Mayo's down. Mayo's down for EHR, and they've not suffered for it. Schenkling is still rolling forward. They're in a Zadku now. He has a very, very limited armor profile. Iron Bread Tank. They know the YOLO wagon has to go. Warabino, he's low. Warabino's got to go. Schenkling's low. A lot of low hit point tanks here. They're 4 on 6, but there is a lot of low hit point tanks. There's another one down. Racious is down. There we are. We knew it. We're back to 4 on 4 and a lot of low hit points. Warabino has to go, you think. Racious, goodness gracious me, he's going to do him. Is he or not? Here comes the big mouse. Big mouse in the house. A lot of hit points there. This is where the Origami Kids are going to really come good. Who wants to be facing that monster at this time in the game? They're both on a reload now, and that's it. Pocky's gone. The mouse is swinging for the rafters and doing big business. They're going to clear that STB1. Ellen and EHR are going to advance out of this game and bring it back to 1-all. Oh, wow. The Origami Kids come around that corner and has been every bit the champion that we thought he would be. Really good, solid tanking there. Back to 1-all. Lovely stuff. Mousy in the housey and pushes the IS-7 for good measure. No, thank you. I don't want a platoon. So there we go. Big numbers at the end. Like, how would you be? You do all the hard yards. You clear half of the enemy team's tanks. And then here comes a full 2,500 hit point mouse round the corner and says, you think you're done? Step up again, sunshine. We're going to have a quick 30-second break here for the tongue of the human. Okay, guys, sorry, I've missed it. I've absolutely missed it. Yeah, missed it. I could say sorry again. Wouldn't change the fact that I've still missed it. Let's talk about me. Then again, let's not, because I'm an idiot and I was trying to find out the tournament brackets. I'm still having trouble seeing those, and yeah, completely missed it. So yeah. So currently, we may as well go through this now while I'm here. We have EHR2 in the grand final by going up over X range 3-2. We have these fellas here fighting it out for the right to play X range. Whoever wins out of X range and EHR2 will go through to the finals tomorrow night and have a run. We'll have a run up there to go to Minsk. So just to recap that, so far we have had both ID teams knocked out. Men in Black knocked out. TNMN have been knocked out. And we are left with these 4 teams here. Currently, we have EHRE playing Next Dimension, and EHRE2 is through to the final bracket. They will be playing tomorrow regardless. EHRE2 beat X-Range 3-2 for the right to go through to the grand final tomorrow. X-Range is the second best, or the best highest loser, and they will play the winner of this bracket here, ND versus EHR, which is currently in game 2, but we're not watching that because Bushka is absolutely wrecked, and it's now about 1 a.m. in the morning, and I have kind of missed the game. So yeah, that happened. Going to take you through a little bit of the action here while we wait. Use the squiggly pen and really enjoy myself no end. Okay, so let's have a look at the replay feature. Here we go. Now, this was a huge move down that flank. They had to go because they were behind on caps from the boys from ND. And I just want to talk about the choice of target. There's targets of opportunity, and then there's targets you really, really want to clear. Already here, you can see that ND is well and truly in the ascendancy. They have taken out 2 tanks and are smashing. But if you look at the hit point pools up the top, or rather on the left, there are a lot of very low hit point tanks. Tanks that are very, very easy to focus down. And the ND guys are going specifically right now for Iron Bread Tanks, Object 263, because the last tank you want to deal with here is the YOLO wagon of Iron Bread Tank just pumping. At the same time, the big mouse over here is about to feature, is about to turn up. So let's watch that happen. This is great. Absolutely glorious. This is why you love it. Everyone's fallen apart. It is 4 tanks on 6, although the IS-7s are very, very low and they start dropping. And you can see the mouse just roll over here like a bad nightmare. Hackadati, just, g'day, how you going? Yeah, I'm a full hit point mouse. Have you got 2,500 hit points to talk about? Because that's exactly what you're going to need. And everyone else is able to just leverage off that huge hit point pool and armor profile to get the job done. And the guys from EHR drag it back from a massive deficit to really, in the end, do it a lot more comfortably than you would have thought. Now we're going to move straight back now to the finals. I have clicked the ready button and we will be rolling immediately. And here we go. We're rolling. So it, yep. And we're off. Lovely stuff. We are back on Castilla for another great bout. Now, just in case you're wondering, EHRE won the second match, the third match here on Castilla, and they are up 2-1 down. They are up 2-1 now. So if they can pick this one up, EHRE will go straight through to the grand final, and they will fight off against XR, who beat them handily earlier on in this online series. Now, we've seen in the first games, and nearly the most important thing is aggression has been rewarded. Getting that cap point and holding has been rewarded every time, and Neo is trying to cap this. He is not spotted. He is right on the edge of the circle. Ramoon has got him. Ramoon has got him, and they've reset that cap, and he's not going to get B. In fact, he might get hurt very badly here. Neo's backed out, but he's given up a whole lot of his hit point pool to get it. They are going to grab A here, uncontested. ND are going to grab this uncontested. They need to go and fight back here. This is an elimination game for ND. If they want to go to Minsk, they have to win this game, and then they have to win the one after it. EHR, they need to pick this one up and then roll on through and try to reverse their fortunes that they suffered some big hits earlier against XR, and they will be fighting them for the right to go through to the grand final tomorrow night. Now, as yet, nothing stupendous happening, but ND have definitely got the upper hand here. The hit point pool is a smidgen, but the cap point pool is huge, and they have got that C cap absolutely covered. Really big error here by the boys from EHR. They let Pocky get through there and cap. Now, if they push down here, they are going to be spotted. That's not the big clue. The big problem is, if they push down here, is goodness gracious me over there in the IS-7 going to get flogged? He's sporting the ole 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 camo. They've got to get that A-cap. There's no way around it. The grill of Shankling, he puts one in, but he cannot stay there. They've got 2 tanks in here, so they can afford to have one of them get reset. Oh, but there's an autoloader. There's an AMX-50B. They've reset Zadku. Can they reset Hashidati? Can they reset him? No, they haven't. They've stolen it back. Massive. Now, can they get out of there with their hit points intact? And Shankling has copped a flogging. The grill, 857. Neo is in big strife as well, but he's managed to pull back and hide that gun. And they've really reversed the order here. Bold, bold move by the boys from EHR. If they win this one, that looks like being a big part of it. They're going to push down here. The grill is hiding at the back. The YOLO wagon of Ellen and Sakura is pushing up here, but there are an awful lot of hit points in front of him. Pokitar up there in the IS-7 on the top of the hill. Just holding. Zaduka in the IS-7 on the other side of the map. Right here, actually, not on the other side of the map, is in big strife. He's copped a flogging. He is an ineffective tank. Here comes the YOLO wagon. This is why they call it the YOLO wagon, because it's got a lot of DPM and is just going to push up here and press the button. AMX-50B, he's rolled around. He's in big strife. They can't get to Zaduka here. They need to. He is hidden right behind there. Pocky is desperate to get that kill shot in. This is the dreams of Minsk are going to go out the window. Up here on the high side, you can see, goodness gracious me, it's happening up there. He's one-on-one with Shin 0305. Shankling's at the back. He's about to go. Ella's in the IS-7. He's pushing around. Hello World's gone. This is either way. Racious goes. Here comes a push. Child lock. Child lock into Zadku. He's gone. Oh, but it's a hit back into Shankling. 4-on-3. We've seen this come back with the hit points, but there are no easy kills here. There is no one for them to just roll forward and bash. They're going to go for Ramen. Child locks into the back of Hakadati. Can Mayo stay alive long enough? Can he get another one? He's on a full reload. He needs to get that gun round. Child lock's going to go if he fires on him. Come on, Mayo. Oh, he's out. Hakadati. He's going to go down. He's going to go down. 3-on-2. They had to win this, ND. They've got one IS-7 to clear, but they're ahead on hit points. Don't go, Pocky. Don't go round that corner, mate. Don't go round that corner. This is a must win. I don't know why Shin's coming up here. He should just cap B. Just go cap B or C. You're a one-shot. They don't know how to go backwards, these guys. They only know one way. If Pocky goes down here with an ammo rack, well done. Fortune favours the brave. 2-all. Wow, that is not the way I would have played it. That is absolutely not the way I would have played it, but they did, and that's why they're there, and I'm not. They've got big, awfully big kahunas. Whew! That could have gone absolutely everywhere and anywhere, and we are back at 2-all here in the decider. And geez, I wish they had... I wish they could do this all night. I could stay up till 4 or 5. Gonna have a 30-second break. Wow, the mic's not turned off either. Super professional going on here at the end of the night. Righto. So we have these two guys. It is now down to a best of one. Whoever wins here goes through to fight XR. Now, we've got 40 seconds left, but I'm just going to check the timing on that. That will be at 22:16. So that will be in about 20 minutes. Here we go. 26 seconds left, guys. Let's make it a good one. I'd like to thank everyone who's participated in the tournament. The standard of tanking has been brilliant. So hats off Asia server. I love the fact that so many of these guys are just low-key. Like, you don't see the big profiles. You don't see them bustling and hustling. But they play so aggressively. Like, honest to God, the aggression is insane. They are, without doubt, it is a mindset. They do not want to just win on cap points all the time. They want to grind your face in it. Now, we saw a lot of T1 10E3s at the Tokyo Game Show, but we're not seeing a whole lot of T1 10E3s here today. This is a very different strat. Now, let's see how they go about it. A-cap, they're going boldly to A-cap. Racious, goodness gracious me, is going to the C-cap. They've spotted him. He's managed to get across that cap. So to deny, they're going to have to get shots across in the mouse. And they don't manage to reset. He's going to beat the reload of Ellen and Sakura. And Zadku has been... Wow, he's isolated. He could be in strife. Are they going to get there quickly enough? And is anyone going to be brave enough to get around there? Because EHR look like having a tidy hold on this map right now. No one has gone to D. And that Leopard 1 Ramoon could be in huge trouble if they can push up on him. There he goes. One down. Zadku's into him as well. Ramoon has to get out of there. He cannot sustain that kind of fighting style in that tank. But here comes... Have 5,000 hit points. See how you go getting through this. Oh, yeah. Can you play A grade? That's what they're about to ask. Lasukal from EHR is going to be the answer. Neo, Zadku, and big move here from the IS-7 at the back. He's pushed around in the autoloader. That's a change. They're not focus firing the mouse down here. He's got to change up. He's got to get in these mouses. No, they've decided they've called another target. And Racious goes down. Huge. Racious is gone. Mayocorn's down. Pocky's down. The mouses are going to have to be the linchpin here, and they've gone and devolved into one-on-ones with the E100s. This is not good. Everyone is falling apart on the other side. Ramoon's coming back. Neo and the E100 is about to go down. The mouses are holding court here. They've managed to focus fire one of them. ND are on the ropes. Absolutely on the ropes. Two mouses with under 1,000 hit points between them. One of them's got to go down here. How tough are they? The IS-7 at the back just needs to put one in the back of one of these guys. ND are holding on for grim death. This is the MINSK tilt. No, it's gone. But the hit point pools are drastically low on both sides. Everyone from ND is a one-shot. There's one down. Lascal from EHR is hiding. Oh, it's all over. EHR have gone through by the skin of their teeth. They've got 2,569 hit points left. Wow, and good game from Lascal. Freaking bravely fought there by ND. That could have gone absolutely anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. And they didn't die wondering. They asked the question. The two mouses rolled around the corner and they held those two E100s and basically became an individual fight. Whew. Wow, oh wow, oh wow. And we are down to two. And then there were two. Well, in fact, there were three. EHR2 is already through to the finals. This is going to be X-Range against EHR. Now, this will need to be an absolutely monstrous comeback here because X-Range went 3-0 up against EHR. Now, they were closer than that. They were closer than that. It's going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely massive. They need to win this to go through to the final. If they don't, they're gone. They don't get to participate in Minsk. It's all over for them. X-Range versus EHR2 versus EHR. Going to be huge. Quick break, and then right back with this message from our sponsors. There's no sponsors. I'm not getting paid for this. Now we're going to have a look at this final game here, and I'm going to run through it using the replay feature. Here we go. This is a really big moment here. You can see the IS-7 of goodness gracious me of EHR gets across the cap. Now, why does he do that? And this is massive, absolutely massive. And this is the kind of positional play that you don't see often enough in game. If you look over here, there is a bunch of tanks from ND. Now, they would have views across into that cap. So, if Ratius had just gone the easy path there and set into the cap there, which was closer, and would have kept him, would have got the cap started and would have been nice and easy, those guys would have been able to reset cap very successfully. As it was, the guys from ND did an excellent job, and they rode down here to put a mouse in a position to reset that cap regardless. But because Ratius was so quick and the IS-7 goes 50 kilometers an hour, he only had one shot at it. And he fires HE, and you're going to see that shot right now. Here we go. And it just hits the edge. The 120mm just hits the edge of that rock. And before the reload can come in, Ratius gets it. And because they've put a Leo out here who's very, very quick, he's running on Object 263, and he's got no choice. Like, you can't go and try and solo an Object 263 at this kind of level and expect to get away with it without all his mates coming up and bashing you. And you don't get away with an Object 263 for free. You just don't. Like, you pay the price in hit points. And that Leo 1 moved at the right time. Like, so good tanking. And here comes A-grade time. Right now, this is where the rubber meets the road, and this is where some huge decisions get made. We've got two mouses there. They're going to push in here, and they're going to take on, in isolation, these two E100s. There's a big move and a big call, and I didn't see it, but this IS-7 is going to go all the way around there. He is going to ignore both the mouse tanks, and I really thought he would be right there. That's who they'd isolate. But whoever was making the call made a judgment call that they needed to clear these guys first. And let's watch that happen in real time. And the call turned out to be right, by the way. And that's why these guys train, and that's why they do the work, and that's why they're in the finals of the Twister Cup for the Asia, the playoffs anyway. And you're going to see that IS-7, he comes all the way around here, and they happily leave those E100s and that mouse. Zadku runs the 263 right up the back, and they clear the autoloader, the tireless, the T57. He is a big one. That's Pocky Tar. They're going to get rid of him. He's gone. And then they're into Schenkling in the IS-7. And that's massive. Hey, you can see that happening there. The IS-7 from EHR eventually then turns around and starts feeding into the mouse, and that's when the Leo comes around and starts pumping into him. But I thought he would go straight into those mouses. But, you know, good call. Good call. They cleared the autoloader right up the back, who was super important to get rid of. You don't want him floating around with that clip. It's just disastrous having like a clip. They always try and clear those clippers as quickly as possible. And 215Bs are another series of tanks they don't want to leave floating about. The mouse is valiantly fighting. I mean, if we stop this right here, this is still anyone's game. I mean, the mouses are about to go down, but there is some severe hit point deletion on both sides. Like every single tank bar Snowburger in the mouse is a double tap from the guys on the left. Like there is an AMX 50B there that's got 400 alpha. There's a Leopard one that's got 350. There is two 120mm mouses that can pump out 460. So if any two of those one tanks on the ND team can focus in on the guys on the right and get one round, one good solid salvo off, they will clear every one of those tanks. So, you know, even though it looks like they're about to go out sliding backwards, one bounce there and then a double tap and it's a different story. I mean, look at Lucica. He rolls to 143. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Just Lasukow's on 207. I mean, at the end of that game, there was two tanks under 1,000 hit points. That's tournament tanking. It's the margins. You're winning it in the margins. Absolutely winning it in the margins. Brilliant work by both sides. We've got one more round left. Now, that is going to be XR versus EHRE. The winner of that goes through to the finals against EHRE2, who had a 3-2 victory, came from 2-1 down against XR. XR would be kicking themselves. They could be sitting pretty in the finals for tomorrow already. As it is, they've got to fight a team that they pulled away from earlier, but you never want to give anyone a second chance, and that's exactly what they've done now. Here we go. So we're just going to go to the placeholder here for a second. We've got 12 minutes to go. Last match is at 10:16. I'm going to take a short break and then get back to you with more fun, frolic, and deliciousness, even as we talk. How are we all doing? We're nearly done. Oh, goodness gracious me. It's very late for an old Aussie man to be up, but We're ticking along. It's 1:07 a.m. where I am, and we've been tanking for quite some time. And the tanking has been glorious. A lot of really cool tanking. There's been some amazing games. Definitely, I think, the most entertaining Twister Cup calls I've been involved in. I am stunned. Like, we are not going to see ID at Minsk. They are out. They have been out for a wee while. They got knocked out in the lower brackets. The second ID team didn't make it through. ID actually beat ND there 3-0 earlier on, and then moved on up and got beat 3-2 by EHRE2, who ended up going through to the preliminary finals. Tough gig for them. EHRE went down 3-0 to X Range. Now that was the big one. Hey, that was the crazy one, and they are now playing off X Range after falling 3-2 to EHRE2. Now playing off against the guys they beat 3-0, EHRE, for a spot in tomorrow's finals game. ID really let down by a 3-2 loss to ND yesterday, which was pretty tough, and that put them behind the 8-ball, so they couldn't afford to lose again. Unfortunately, they did and are no longer in the tourney. So we're down to 3 possible teams to Minsk: EHRE, EHRE2, and X Range, the winners of the Tokyo Game Show. It's been fantastic tanking. It just shows the depth of the server, that the guys who were in and repping last year and came second overall in the competition in the final to the Russian team C4 have not even made the top 4 teams for this bracket, which is crazy, hey. Bad luck to Gramixan and the boys. Bad luck to MIB. Bad luck to TNMN, who certainly gave us some very exciting strats. But that's the tournament, and that's why they play the games. They don't give anything away. You've got to earn it. And it's certainly something we can look forward to rolling forward. So here we go. Very, very close now. 7 minutes, 6 minutes, and we will be kicking off. My sherry more brighter than a summer's day. Six minutes till the next event, boys and girls. Now, I've got to say, we did get about 400 odd people, 440, I think it was, on the NA finals. We're not getting quite the reception here on the Asian finals, but that's all right. We've got good people here, and we've got good tanking, and we've still got a little bit of tanking to come tonight, and then we can hang up the stirrups, put heads down, and get the hell to sleep. Very, very close now to the final. Just waiting on. The final again will be between the final tomorrow night will be between EHRE2 and whoever is the winner of this match, XR and EHRE. 2 very, very solid tournament teams. Now, obviously, there are some hugely well-known players on all these sides, and it's good to actually see them, and it's good to see this outlet. The tournament outlet is something that is pretty incredible for a mobile game. I mean, these players who have picked up an iPad and are currently battling it out with other players from other countries in the Asian region for a chance to get an all-expenses-paid trip to Minsk to fight against people from all around the world. And, I mean, mobile gaming didn't even exist, really, 5 years ago on this kind of scale. This is absolutely massive. The growth of this tournament scene, and hopefully the continued success of it in Blitz will be a real eye-opener. I think Blitz is a fantastic vessel for this. I really do. It's perfect for it. Now, we are 3 minutes and 40 seconds away from go time. I've clicked ready. We have XR. They are lining up against EHR. We will be playing on Canyon again. Canyon, a very, very popular map here. I like the fact that the Canyon map is going to be a feature in the final here, or the decider, because it's been a wonderful map. It's given us some very, very good results. And it's got enough space that there is that initial rush for a cap point that we carry through. And hopefully one of these teams manages to grab the B cap. Now that's been the big heavy hitter. Whoever's got the B cap seems to do very, very well. We've only seen that once tonight so far. But if anyone can do it, it's those crazy kids from EHR. I think it was EHR 2 actually got the B cap when they were fighting XR. It was, and they managed to grab the B cap. So I wonder if EHR are sharing some of those strategies. Here we go. 2 minutes 30 to go. Quick break. Be right back. One minute to go, humans. I'm going to switch over to the client stream. Here we go. For those of you wondering, I'm using the latest client on the Steam gaming network. That's where I've downloaded this one from. There are a few bugs in the other one in terms of hit point bars and things, but this has got the most up-to-date tournament client. We're vying with the highfalutin tournament client. Here we go. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. How nervous must these boys be? Very, very nervous is the answer, Bushka. Oh, we're running through all the sports cliches now. It's a game of two halves. You know, it's just about putting the most points on the board. The person with the most points on the board at the end of the day wins. I just want to give full credit to my teammates, you know. Here we go. 2 seconds. Let's get it on, because we don't get along. They probably get along. Probably go over and have lunch and stuff. They'll probably do lunch dates. Now, we've got no mouses out this time. It's all Soviet steel. Following along with the Newt Star. Charlotte pushing hard down there. Now, Racious, goodness gracious me, in EHR. XR had their number in the preliminary rounds. Beat them 3-0. Was quite the result. Can EHR, after a little bit more seasoning, come back and smoke? Now, Hakadati looking to reset that cap. Does so. Makes Charlotte pay in no uncertain terms. Charlotte moves to the other side of the cap. Gives it up. Bails out of A. No cap there for XR. big news that no cap at B, but if we look up here at the top of the map, the Leo 1 of Neo is about to cap C and no one can stop him. Unspotted, unable to be spotted. Oh, it's going off already down here. They can't wait. They can't wait. I've said it before, but if there was a sign that said do not press button, end of world, the paint wouldn't even have time to dry before the Asia server went and pressed it twice. Angelic House smashing, absolutely smashing, but Yazutsa Steel in the Object 140 is in all kinds of strife. Only 128 hit points left. Racious, goodness gracious me, is down. EHR, XR are doing a fairly solid job, but this is absolutely poised on a knife edge. The steel is gone. Steel is gone. Flash is gone. EHR are dragging this one right back. They're down on hit points, but they are absolutely still in this. Big 2-1, 5B, 183 at the top. Mayo Korn, he's looking to land a knockout blow. There are a couple of tanks there that he could absolutely smash. Mayo's looking for Kiri Hit. Kiri Hit's got to be careful. Hokadani's looking at him. The Hawk. Oh, Neo's up the top. Neo's up the top. He's getting pushed on. But it doesn't matter. Charlotte can't deal. Low on hit points. Charlotte is going to get hit. He's a one-shot. Neo's going to finish that. It's going to go back. Charlotte's going to go down. 3 on 4. Brilliant work here from EHR. And they're holding all the cap points. Mayo Korn's been able to stay just up the top. And he's nutted him. XR are going to go out here. They're going to go down. Angelic House being brave and pushing up. They need to clear that tank ASAP. They can't afford to lose another. Brilliant blocker by Lassakel. He blocks, saves I Hate just long enough. There's Newt. 1 on 3, and he's taken a huge blow. Massive game from Mayo Korn. It's been huge. The 183's landed uppercut after uppercut. Let's go to the whistling post at the end and see exactly what washed up on the beach. No thanks. No thanks. Yeah, as expected, Mayo Korn, 2 kills there with some monster shots, 4,000 damage. The 183 was able to just roll over the top of that hill and do the business, and XR go down 1-0 on Canyon. Big return. That is 3 games without a win for EHR against XR, and then they turn the tables immediately in the one that counts. They've now won the last one game, which is all that matters. What are XR going to do here? They have loaded up a T110E4. Masayasu's in the T110E3. The rest of it, now that's a real barn burner because XR were on a huge roll. They were killing it. They came up against EHR. They went 3-0, and then they went 2-1 up against EHRE2 before losing the last 2 games of that rubber, and then the first of this. So they've had 3 losses in a row after looking every inch the champion for the majority of the first part of tonight's festivities. And don't I just love to alliterate, bring up all the words you hate. Shiloh Lon, XR in the bat chat, just going to sit there, think about his life, not going to load in. He is the first reserve, just in case. I'm going to just pause this here for 30 seconds. And 17 seconds to go. Nwada Deshan, thank you very much for the donation, amigo. You have to figure out Telegram, buddy. You have to figure it out. We need you there in Telegram. You've got to be right in the line of fire. There we go. Masayasu is loaded up in a T110E3. What are they going to do here? I would suggest that they may try to be very, very, very direct. They've lost 3 in a row. Haven't been big losses, like they have been close losses. I wouldn't be surprised if they try the direct route and maybe station someone up towards the B cap. XR are pushing up towards that C cap, and they're pushing up there in force. Now, we saw a purple bum rush on the NA server. This is very different. Kiri Hit is all the way at the back of the map there. And he's not AFK. He is there intentionally. He's swinging the turret round. He's just looking across. EHR are going for the jugular. They've stacked 5 under the B cap, but there's not going to be anyone there for them to hit. And they are up. Wow. They are 5 points up on the cap circle, EHR. Their Leopard got there a split second before the Leopard of XR, and they are 5 points up to the good now. They are stealing a leaf out of the TNMN clan game, and they've put Kiri hit here on the corner, and they're playing very much, you might remember Sven had a massive game here, 5.6k, the biggest game we've seen all night. On this very, very corner, Newt is loaded up there as well. EHR are all down there. They're getting pincered. They are getting pincered. Newt's in strife. If they push on Newt, he is 8-19. He is a 2-shot. This is so evenly balanced. Kiri Hit's going to have to move out of that spot if he doesn't watch out. Flash is in big strife. He's gone. Flash is gone. They isolated him and managed to get 3 IS-7s on him. Happened so fast. Newt's in strife, but there is low hit point all over. They've made the pincer. Here is the big move. Charlotte and Yuzucha Steel. That is about 7,000 damage per minute coming screaming around this corner, and they have pincered them. Flash is dead. Newt is on 171 hit points. Neo is just about to go down. Charlotte's going to nut him. Charlotte's got him, and the T110E4 is starting to sing. You have a big, big tank at the back here. They are in Licorice all sorts. 2 left in the autoloader for Hakadati. Yuzucha Steel, he doesn't want to expose himself here too long. Got to take out Hakadati. Got to take him out. They've gone for Zadku. And they've done it. They've rolled him right down. 4 on 2. Looks like being a win here for the boys from XR. It's not done yet. But that massive T110E4 did big numbers at the back there. I don't know if he got the damage, but he certainly put the love in. Careful. Masayasu in the T110E3. Big bounce. Big bounce. And Mayo's gone, so it's going to be a 3-on-1. And barring an absolute internet outage in Japan, Erie is going to go hog wild here and get wrecked. Well done. Great call. Charlotte and Yazucha Steel flying around the back, bringing about 7,000 damage per minute to the table, and absolutely wrecking and rolling up that back flank. Let's see how the big boys went for XR. Yeah, Charlotte there, 3,480. Curie hit in the T110E4. We knew that was going to be a good number. 2,800. Masayasu with 2,100 the T110E3. I did not expect that to be the tank that held the line there. But they obviously planned it. They used it really, really well. And it came out a treat. And we have an even Stevens 1-all dead rubber at Dead Rail coming up. Now, we've not seen any Dead Rail tonight. It's going to be very, very interesting. Now, it's very, very late for Australia, so you've probably lost every viewer in Australia, bar a few. We've got 58 seconds left. Going to take a quick break here, guys. 1-all. Of course, they would go 1-all, wouldn't they? Because, seriously, I only need to get to sleep. I'll be right back. Ten seconds left here, boys and girls. This is Dead Rail. Now, I'd be expecting a couple of gun depression tanks on either side. just to work that hill line in the middle, but I wouldn't think the Leo of Neo would be doing... The Leo of Neo would be the tank for that. The M48A1 Patton may very well be, though. And that is being driven by Newt. Now, I would expect the M48A1 to be pumping straight to that middle area there below the town, I guess you'd call it. I guess it's a town. Never really stopped to think about it. Is he going to do that? Yeah, there he is, Newt. He's got the gun depression. He's got the view range. He's looking in the middle, and he's immediately fired one off. I don't know who that was at because no one spotted. Might possibly just have been firing there to see if anyone was down that end. But Hakkadati hadn't yet got up in the E100, and Newt, they were waiting for him. He copped a flogging from Mayo Corn, and he's backed right up. So we've got a proper public server ding-dong battle. Charlotte from XR is getting a free lunch at the top, is going to cap C. Surely Charlotte has to cap C. What is Charlotte doing? Get in C cap. Charlotte spotted, but not paying any kind of penalty and not capping. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Not capping at all. Here comes the IS-7s. They're going to push down. They're going to try and take A. Why wouldn't you try and take A? We're going to go round the grounds here. You can see the 183 back and forward, looking for action. Flash. Kiri hit. Lassacal is in a really tough spot. Let's have a look over there. Lassa can't over-angle here, and there's a 183 at the back, so he can't push down. Charlotte has not capped C. No one is capping anything. They've isolated Hakkadati. You can forget your cap points, forget your refined tanking. They've gone absolutely crazy here. Isolated the E100, but copped a flogging for the hit point price. Charlotte is still roaming around here somewhere and has gone right at the back into the Neo. Neo's down. There's two down. Oh, they've really managed to hold on. Newt's alive on 46 hit points. 3 on 5. They've got the guns, but there are low hit point tanks there. Newt's in strife. These guys, not one cap taken. Mayo Corn's about to go down. Too much DPM. Angelic Howe won't miss that. No way, no how. Zadaku at the back from EHR. XR seem to have changed up the strat. The Yolo Wagon's the only hope they've got. Has to clear Charlotte. Angry tanking won't do it. There's just too many hit points on the table, and the big Zad goes bye-byes. Great work by XR. Seem to have recovered their composure. They've gone 2-1 up, but we know they are there in this exact same position against EHRE2, and then could not finish the business. So take nothing for granted. That was crazy. I can't believe Charlotte wasn't capping that C cap, but they know what they're doing. They pulled out the win. They were just pressure. They don't care about the points. They just want to get the job done, go home, and have a couple of 4-quarter chops from the club butcher. Going to take a quick break here. Here we go, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to go. This is do or die. EHRE2 have to win this game. EHRE, sorry. If they don't win this game, it is quite literally all over for the MINSK tilt. XR are 1 game away from going through to the grand final against the EHRE2 team. So another one of the sister clans. 4th place went to the good blokes from ND, New Dimension. Oh God, I just bit my tongue. Oh my God, that hurts. Oh, that's wonderful. This could be the last game of the night, boys and girls. We're going to find out. This is for all the chocolate rations for XR. They lost 3 in a row. They've come back. They've won the last 2. If they can pick up an... Where is Masayosu going? They are all going top, and EHR are not going to die wondering. Masa is absolutely isolated here. What are they going to do? He is 100% isolated. He's gone. Absolutely gone. They can't support that. Surely. Oh, this is a huge tactical error. What is the plan here? Because if you're doing this on an Asian server Twister Cup game, you are asking for trouble. Lots of strife. Lots of strife. Masa's just going to do the best he can with the hit points he can and then move on and hope his team can carry him. Big, big move. Charlotte is already around the back there in the 140, firing the heat. You can see the 140 there from Charlotte firing the heat. He's changed back up to APCR. Masa's gone. That was just a waste of a tank. I don't think they expected EHR to be that aggressive, but they have managed to take a chunk of hit points out here. The Grill 15 of Yuzuchi Steel. Now this is interesting. If the IS-7s can get across here unencumbered, User needs to bail. He needs to get out of there. If the IS-7s can get up here and isolate him, he is going to be in strife, and he is thinking exactly the same thing. Now, he would have been a lot quicker before they nerfed the engine. They're looking for him. They've moved up. Nice. Couldn't afford to throw away another tank. Absolutely couldn't. Now, he's got support there from Newt. Flash 447 is moving around. And Newtsa is now taking the high ground so he can... This is interesting. So they've paid Masayasu, but they have these guys penned on the low side. On the other side of the hill, they've got 5 tanks on the other side of the hill. And they're going to push down here and clear. Goodness gracious me. They are. Here comes Yuzuchi Steel. You can see Flash pushing up to this rock so he can side scrape off. They need to clear Racious ASAP. They're not going to do it in time. They've lost Flash. Now Kiri Hit is all alone. Yutza cannot commit there. He will get wrecked. It's up to Newt and Kiri to clear that IS-7 at the base. They've left Era on 438. Only 4 tanks left. This has not gone well for XR. Not gone well at all. Right from the start. Newt needs to clear this IS-7 alone, and Angelic Howe, but Zadku is hammering Angelic up the top in the IS-7. Newt is looking for shots. Over the other side, you can see the Object 140 of Charlotte is fighting IS-7 Alasukal. He's on 300 hit points. Zadku, 32 hit points in the E100. They could still pull this out. Charlotte's finally gone down. Newt's against the Leopard. He is face-hugging for all his life, but it's not good enough. And there's no way they pull this out, how Yuzuchi Steel, they went for it. They isolated 2 tanks on this side, but the other guys were able to get across that hill quickly enough, and they managed to focus fire down. Angelic Howe is over there, but Yuzuchi Steel really has to take a tank out right now. Needs to kill one. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. We're going to follow in the final part of this tilt, and it looks like we're going to go to a 2-all final dead rubber. These guys are absolutely dead set, keen as mustard to keep me up as late as possible. We went to 5 games in the last round, and we're going to go to 5 games in this round. They're just holding. They're going to make sure. There are too many tanks low. Yuzuchi, can he hit him? Can he hit Zaduku? He can. They don't want to let him go. They really don't want to give him a chance. No, he's gone now. He's gone now. There you go. Yuzuchi Steel made a game of it, but big error there from Masa. Big error. This is it, guys. Middleburg. For all the joy, all the love. Last game of the night. I have pressed ready. Big error there from Masiyasu last game. Well, that was obviously their strat, and it would probably have worked on the tournament scene in NA or EU, but in Asia, you've seen the last 3 rounds, no one waits. These guys are not mucking around, and it served ID exceptionally well at the Twister Cup finals in New York last year. And I wouldn't be surprised if the far more, well, not timid, but not at all, but more conservative gameplay styles that we see out of EU and NA might be upset just a little by the apple cart that is the Asian Iron Fist. They love having a crack, don't they? 15 seconds left, and then a maximum of 7 minutes before the end of the next game. And then I'm going to bed, and you can all get stuffed. Love you. Just joking. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. Here we go. This is it. Get ready to get wrecked. Hashtag deleted. We are on Middleburg. It is a supremacy map. And I'm going to go out and make the bold prediction that the team that kills the other team wins. Because, it's, you know, you've got to have at least one sports cliche every game. Now, this is a direct cop of the strat that we saw used by TNMN yesterday and by apparently Legion in a tournament about 6 months ago. They are putting Newt down here in the IS-7 XR to actually hold and running the rest of the team up top. Now, we saw them do this exact same strat against this exact same team in an earlier round, and Newt got to free cap A and B. This time, though, they've made sure, EHR, that they have capped B before they've gone anywhere, and wow, the guys from XR have not got a cap. Newt's going to have to get in there and do something. Masiyasu, bit gun shy after the last round. So EHR, all the early going here. They've got the B cap. Newt's starting to move around. And Jellicow and the rest of the boys are just holding up top. They're being patient. They know if they can get a cap down the bottom here, they're going to get the A cap. If they can get a cap down the bottom here, it'll all be fine. They're only 135 cap points behind, and we've got a lot longer to go. Now, there is a 215B down here. Neo. Now, he is guarding that B cap. Absolutely brutal. They made that mistake in the first game against these guys, XR. They didn't guard that B cap. Maybe they're baiting him out. If Newt goes down and actually starts capping B, they might pump down and clear him. No one able to cap that C cap. Flash pushing around in the mouse. Takes one from the IS-7. Masayusu would love to cap that C cap. They can't do it yet. Where's Newt? He's right down the bottom. He's skirting up. They've copped him. He's spotted. One of these teams goes into the grand final. One of them goes home. That's all there is to it. It is so tense. You could cut it with a knife, and this is so against the nature of both these hard-rolling teams. Newt's gone to B. Are they going to push on him? This is great. This is Neo's job. They've stuck Neo there to go down there. Oh, no. He's not going to push down. He's waiting for support. They're going to let him cap it. Flashes in strife in the mouse. Neo's holding back. Very, very even spread of hit points. They've got both caps now, and the guys from EHR have 0. Is Newt going to pull back, or is he going to chance his arm? He's chancing, and he's been isolated. Massive hits there. You saw Ira. He was going down, and they were waiting for it. Great call by the guys from XR. They were waiting for them to push up on mute. They were absolutely waiting, and they're moving up top. They're moving into C-cap. They're looking for a 3-cap. This is the push. There's 2 down on Newt. This is where it's coming. This is a decider. If one of these teams is going to do anything, it's going to happen right now. Lasukal is cleared in the IS-7. Newt still battling on against 2 on his own down the bottom. Zadku's going round, so there's only 3 tanks up top against 5 monsters. Who are they going to isolate on? Mayo Corn in the 183 can still be dangerous. It's Hikadati, Snowburger, the big man, the Origami King. They've left him alone. They're going for the 183. Newt's finally down. Mayo Corn, he's out. I've got no voice left. It's 5 on 5. But there are some hugely low hit point tanks. Angelic House in strife. The Hokadati Burger. He's loving life and living large, but they're going to win it on a cap. They haven't got C. Ira's going to go. He's hiding. He's cap B. Neo's holding on. XR are going through to the grand final. Massive, massive game. What a move by Newt and the team. Absolutely crazy stuff. Oh, hats off. Well played both sides. It was absolutely brilliant. They set the trap up. They capped B. They followed it. They stuck with it. Newt snuck around like a thief in the night, like the larcenist from Twister Cup in New York, and pushed through A cap, and then slowly Catchy Monkey into B cap, capped it out, and as they pushed down, Angelic Hell in the Mouse and a couple of other humans at the other end just nutted poor old Iraru as he came down. They were waiting for him. They knew the play. They were expecting it, and they absolutely smashed him, and it made him combat ineffective. Eventually pushed up in the pattern with Zadaku, but it was too late. Absolutely too late. The damage was done. They isolated up top, got a gun down, and then it was 5 tanks up top versus 3, and it was just a slow cascade of despair and justice, depending on which end of the cascade you were on. Wow. Wow. Huge. Hats off to everyone. That was brilliant. Hats off to everyone. Amazing tanking. Just amazing tanking. Heaps of people watching. We've got an XR versus EHRE2 tournament tomorrow. As my good mate, the Skull of Destiny, points out, if they manage to get through there, it would mean that a team that lost in an earlier round came back and beat the team that beat them to go through from the finals to Minsk for both EU, Russia, and I believe Purple. Yeah, Purple beat Premo earlier and Premo. So, tournament tanking. You're never out until you're out. It's pretty crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thank you very much for everyone that donated on the stream. This is a labour of love for me, Twister Cup, because it's now 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm usually in bed by 9, and yeah, obviously I don't get paid for this from Wargaming. This is all me. Thank you so much for supporting me. Keep watching the videos. Keep being nice to each other. I'm going to bed, but that was incredible tanking all round. I don't have a voice left. We've got 1 hurdle left tomorrow night, guys. We've got a best of game series, XR versus EHRE2. Make sure you tune in on channel. Same bat time, same bat love. We should get a lot of humans. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell the world. Turn up on channel here and watch Bushka and Blitz dole out more lemonade from the lemons of life. Until next time, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield.